And we are live, ladies and germs. We're live, folks. And there are few subjects I want to touch on tonight. Get people's opinions on them. We just get the banner popping, Get the little banner. Haven't used it in a while. Want to use it tonight. Yeah. You know how it goes. You know what it do. Me a second. You know how it go. Saw a video earlier today from my man Sporting Icon. Shout out to Sporting. That really encapsulated my sentiments on Big John Fury better than I could. They're like, fam, you an attention whore, bro, because you doing all that yelling and screaming and hooping and hollering for what, bro? So that your son will fight Jake Paul? Feel me? Like, karma was good. Go to homie Karma. Virgo in the building. The Virgoian. The only people that are a little bit as smart as Capricorns, they're not as smart as us. They're not better than us, but they're pretty good. Are Virgos, man. Virgos is top-notch people, man. Top-notch humans. But yeah, this dude dad be like, it's like, fam, what are you even doing, bro? You shaking your fists at Jake Paul. Like, what you want to do? You want to fight him, bro? You want to have the exhibition match or what? It's like, that shit don't even make sense, fam. This is so that your son could fight him, right? Like, that's why you getting all wound up, so that your son will fight him. You know what I mean? But you acting like you want to fight him. You acting like you want it to be about you and Jake Paul. And it's like, yo, dog, you like 60, fam. I'm a fighter, man. I'm the king of the bare knuckle. Like, man, shut the fuck up, fam. You know what I mean? What's goody low-key New York? What's goody Michael Giles? What's goody Base the Kid? Listen, Karma, we cool, man. But your boy is a fraud, man. He'd rather be hugged up with Yellow Beezy making out and shit. Making butt babies. That dude don't want to fight Bud. That is established. That dude, he just want to go make out with the guys in Dallas, bro. That's what he doing. He don't want to fight Bud, man. You know what I mean? What's goody, M.A. Bustamante, Rod? Yeah, Karma tripping, man. Karma's great person, she cool, pretty lady, all the good stuff, but she's a Spence fan, man, and I've been praying for her. I've been trying to help her, but she in Texas, and they putting something in the water down there, man. Everybody, Errol Spence is going to get him. He's going to hit him in the Tar Nation. Everybody on their King of the Hill down there. I sell propane and propane accessory. Errol Spence is a great boxer. He's going to get Terrence Crawford by running from him. Oh, Karma, you know not the error of your ways. Justino, what it do? Abner Ortega. Yeah, man, Spencer gets stopped, man. That dude is regular, bro. That dude is a bag of shake. That dude is a tray bag in the 90s, man. Like, get out of here, bro. Like, you regular. You've been moving backwards since the Brook fight. You beating people that Brook beat. We beat Brook so you could fight Porter that got beat by Brook. And then you fought Danny who got beat by Porter. And Ugas who got beat by Porter. So your best win is Kell Brook. Fucking Spence fans, man. Shout out to my man, Coach Malachi, my fellow Capricorn. You know what I mean? He been roasting these Spence fans. They hate him, but he doing a good job. Spence is being held together by duct tape and chewing gum. His eye popping out, his teeth getting put in every morning. What's goody, Edwin Castillo? Que lo que, maning? Jay Flint in the building. Que lo que, maning? Rod Rivas. Yeah, Spence, Errol Sprints ain't it. I'm sorry, Karma. We cool, all the good stuff. But This Spence shit, we just not gonna agree on that shit, man. That dude sucks, man. Sucks. And what he about to do? About to fight the dude he told all of y'all he wasn't gonna fight. And y'all gonna let him too, because they putting something in the water in Texas. They are. They gotta be. He told y'all, I ain't gonna fight no Keith Thurman. I ain't fighting him. So he could turn around and fight him. Was Goody Jack in a building, 1 foot out the door. Spence's husband threatened to shoot coach yesterday. Teeth Thurman. Karma disappeared. Karma, where you went, man? We done chased Karma away. Let me go to Twitter, see if I can find Karma. I'm about to tag her right now. Let me see. Got my blue tick. Shit, I forgot I had a blue tick. I better remember to turn this shit off. I better remember, man. Oh, let me get this screenshot. Matter of fact, I could use this. Use this to talk about some shit, because this is ridiculous, fam. Talk about this shit. What's goody, coach? In a building. I had to go find you, Karma, because I know you hiding. Like Errol hiding from Bud. You hiding from the truth. I'm trying to save you, man. Trying to save you, yo. All right? Trying to help you, dog. I don't want you to end up like them Spence fans. You know what I'm saying? Trying to help you, yo. Errol is the laughing stock of the welterweight division. You could do a whole stand-up comedy act based on Errol Spence Jr., yeah? You could do like a whole Dave Chappelle set on Errol Spence Jr. I swear to God. Let me put this joint in there. Gotta put this joint in there. Give me a second. I bet. Got that. Hey, shout out to my man Jack. If Keith beats Spence, does Bud and Keith happen? No, they do a rematch. Jules, Canelo says he might come back in May. Garcia says he might fight the winner of Parker versus Ryder. Who do you see him fighting in his comeback? He says he wants Dimitri Bivol. I don't actually think he should fight Dimitri Bivol. I would prefer he fight the winner of Parker versus Ryder. I think that kid deserves a break, and I have no sympathy for the rest of super middleweight. So if he were to fight the winner of Parker versus Ryder, cool. Which I think is going to be Zach Parker, by the way. Shout out to Zach Parker. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, Karma, you got to get it together, man. You got to stop running from the truth, yo. I'm trying to help you, all right? I got my burglar on. You see what I'm saying? About to break into her house, steal all the Spence stuff, all the Spence posters, all the Spence mugs, or all the Spence paraphernalia. About to go in there, steal all the Spence stuff, yo. I'm going to give her like an exorcism, a Spencercism. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go in there. I'm going to take all the posters. I'm going to burn them shits. You know what I'm saying? All the Nikes, I'm going to take them shits too. I'm going to burn them shits. I'm going to eat all the food. I'm going to drink all the beer. It's going to look like a fucking tornado hit her kitchen, bro. Yeah, I'm going to wear the Black Forces. I'm wearing Timbs right now, but I'm going to be wearing Black Forces when I do that shit. I am ready. You know what I mean? It's wild out here, B. So, yeah, we got a couple of subjects I want to broach tonight. You know, aside from the usual, Spence sucks, Heyman sucks, Benavidez is a joke, his dad is a clout chaser. Aside from the normal stuff, there's some other subjects. Yeah, I'm going to take all the Spence posters, Karma. I'm going to take all them shits. You going to wake up one day, what happened to my kitchen? Who has done this to me? And then your phone going ring. It was me, dog. Trying to help you, yo. Trying to save you, yo. I don't want you to go out like that, you know what I mean? You on that hype train. Help me, help you. Help me, help you. Help me, help you. You live in Texas. People talk like this in Texas.
And you know one thing people like in Texas? They like Errol Spence Jr. I don't know why. He is a rather unremarkable welterweight. He's got one good eye. Oh shit, what's goody? Darren Hodges in the building. Coach Malachize in the building. You know what I mean? Hurricane Hank in the building. Looking for trouble wearing them black forces. Yo, you probably right, man. Them shits is if you ain't about to get into some shit, you planning on getting into some shit with them forces, man. I sell propane and propane accessory. Errol Spence Jr. is one of the best welterweights I done ever seen. You two old eyes have ever seen. Gonna live in Texas. That's what I'm gonna do. Gonna live in Texas. I'm gonna watch Errol Spence Jr. fights for 30 days. He ain't even got 30 fights. I'm gonna watch 30 fights, 30 days. That's what I'm gonna do. Errol Spence Jr. and Jermell Charlo. Can't forget about Charlo brothers. Got all that peroxide in their hair, affecting their psychology. You know what I'm saying? Quasi-retired Jamal. People still trying to hype him up. Soon as Janibek look like Kaka, motherfucking the Charlo fans come out from under a rock. See, he wouldn't be Charlo. See. Listen, fam. Denzel Bentley is better than Juan Montiel. Okay? Motherfuckers got that twinkle in their eye like a Japanese cartoon. See, Jamal Charlo's not that bad. Janibek just looked very human against Denzel Chrysler. Denzel Chrysler made him look human, so why can't Jamal Charlo look human? Why not? You know what I mean? Shit is crazy, fam. Ringside, what's good, EB? Yo, Ringside, I'm trying to get Regis Prograis in here, bro. Set that up for me, bro. I'm going to hit you up. I want to get Regis in here, man. It's one of my favorite 140-pound fighters. You know what I'm saying? Regis Prograis from the NO. Errol Spence sounds like Boomhauer. Boomhauer, you don't get that Errol Spence Terrence Crawford out of here. I'm going to go to Texas. I'm going to dye my hair blonde. I'm going to dye my beard blonde. Yo, for real, my guy, I want to get him on. I got wild questions, man, because I know he's going to win that belt. You tell him I said so. He's going to win that belt. Regis Prograis for president, 2023. Errol Spence Jr., I'm going to go to Texas. I'm going to talk like this. I'm going to dye my hair blonde. I'm going to let it grow out. Yes, I am. It's my daughter. Be quiet and eat your bacon.
It's not bacon, it's hot dogs.
What are you eating hot dogs for? Skinny, yo, for real, I'm going to wear skinny jeans. My jeans is going to have anorexia, how skinny they are. Anorexia jeans, bro. Just like all them cats down there, I'm going to wear what they be wearing down there, New Balances and shit. I'm going to get me a colorful pair of New Balances with some anorexia jeans. Shout out to my man, Jamie Bourne. Born of the Jamie Bourne with Punch Perfect boxing talks. It's my man. You know what I mean? Yo, but for real, yo, holla at Regis for me. Just see if we can't set that up, bro, because I'm trying to get him in. I've been trying to do it, but I got, you know what I mean? I never spoke to him before, so I'm trying to get that done. Holla at me, man. But yeah, yo, I'm going to move protected. I'm going to talk like this. My beard's going to be blonde as Dolly Parton's eyebrows, I swear to you. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to watch all the Errol Spence Jr. fights. I'm going to watch the Chris Algieri fight, the Leonard Bundu fight. Bro, Bundu. Dude from Italy, and his name is Bundu. That shit bugged me out. Like, bro, who in Italy name is Bundu? I don't even know, B. But, yo, he said they wear Uggs. Yo, he said they wear, what, the guys? The guys wear Uggs? Chill, son. I don't even wear Uggs. I know they got like a guy version of them shits, but you wouldn't catch me dead in them shits, bro. And if you did, I'll wake up and take them off. Fuck that shit. What did you think of the press conference between Ebony Bridges and Shannon O'Connell?
What I honestly thought was Shannon is very bitter, man, because you attacking Ebony for doing shit that don't got nothing to do with you. It don't got nothing to do with. Look, the lady's a good looking lady, and it sounds to me like you want her to be a vilified for being an attractive lady and using that to her advantage. Like, I ain't even trying to knock nobody. I'm not trying to say everybody got to get out there and use their feminine wiles to sell fights. I'm saying that if she's comfortable and she the one that's doing it and it's getting her money and it's working for her, stop trying to shame her for it, because that's what you doing. What Ebony said is true. You want some like 1920s type shit. Like what is she really? Because she said it like, bro, where do I be stripping at the weigh-in like everybody else? What? Where else? Any other time you see me, I got sleeves on, I got cover-ups. Any other time you see me, what you talking about is what I wear to a weigh-in. What's the damn difference between your panties and my panties and your bra and my bra? So it's like she said a lot of shit that was true, man. Shannon is bitter, bro. Shannon is bitter. Like, I'm sorry, but Shannon is like, you ain't got no reason to really, she ain't really do nothing that's well. Like, fam, it's worse things going on. It ain't like she got a OnlyFans showing everybody, what's under the bra or something like, nah, fam. We're all worried about her because she fly. And that's why I sympathize and identify with Ebony Bridges. I identify because she fly and people hate her for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm fly and people hate me for that shit. You see what I mean? The technology, bro. The technology. Motherfucker just out here trying to live life, have fun, and be fly. Motherfuckers gonna hate. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shannon trying to ruin it for the rest of us. And I don't hate Shannon, by the way. I've been giving her props over the years. So it's not like I'm just going to attack Shannon per se. But for that particular subject, yeah, you sound like a hater, fam. You sound like a hater. What is that woman? What you mean she got it easy? You still living in your comfort zone in Australia. This woman done pack her bags, went to the cold-ass United Kingdom, knowing she from the hot-ass Australia. We don't even have no winter. Does it sound like you got it easy? The woman broke her ankle in her pro debut. She broke her ankle, fam. Get out of here with that fucking she got it easy, man. What it is she look good and you hate her for that. That's what it really is. That she's a pretty lady. She's very smart, very talented. She knows how to use it, knows how to market herself, knows how to present herself. And even more importantly, she's talented enough that it won't stop at boxing. You might have an Ebony Bridges school of boxing. You know what I mean? You might have an Ebony Bridges art school. You might have a fucking Ebony Bridges talk show because she's multifaceted. And that's what I really think they hate about her. That it's like, you look good, you smart, and you can fight. It's like, when you doing well, people gonna hate on you. People don't hate on people that are not a threat. You don't hate on anybody that's behind you. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it really is, B. Shannon O'Connell is older. You know what I'm saying? Shannon is a hater, man. Like, she gotta stop hating, man. Stop hating. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure that the link is popping on Twitter, so that all my haters can watch me. All my haters can't watch me because I'm live all the time. Oh, they already watching. All my haters can't watch me because I be live all the time. And I'm making this money, collecting this shit's all mine. But it's real shit out here. I'm trying to save Karma, man. Karma is the homie. You gotta stop with this spin shit, yo. You the homie. I'm trying to help you, yo. Spin, same shit. Spin, same shit. Over here fixing these fights. He ain't right. Spin, same shit. No guarantee. Dude, sucks, bro. Karma. Spence sucks. Tell your friends. I'm about to tag her again. There you go. And I tagged her again just to remind her. But it's real shit out here, yo. So I'm gonna open up the chat to the panel. Let everybody chime in on Janibek's lackluster performance now that we've had a little bit more time to process what we saw. I want to get people's reactions as well as all that John Fury shit. She said, look at Bud the Dud. Errol sprints on Quaaludes. On Quaalude, we going to do that? We going to do that? Chill, son. Air roll Spence. Ain't shit. Spence ain't shit. Spence ain't shit. Over here fixing these fights. He ain't right. What they wear in Texas? Like New Balances or some shit? No, Reeboks, right? I gotta go to Texas, man. Talk like this. I'm gonna talk like this. I'm gonna do that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk like this. I'm gonna talk about Errol Spence Jr. and Jared's house. Watching the Dallas Cowboys lose. Oh shit, man! Shit is
Fans ain't shit.
He ain't
Fans
shit.
ain't shit.
He ain't shit.
He's fights.
Shit.
Fixing
Wait,
these
Jules,
fights.
I just got a quick question though, Jules.
Go ahead, Michael.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I got lost. If Crawford accepted everything, why didn't the fight go through? I'm lost.
This is the thing. The deal he was offered, right, was for next year. That's why I don't know what.
And he wanted to fight this year.
Yeah, but it's more like no. In other words, everything that we've been talking about, all of it, everything, was for a fight next year. Which is why. That's why I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I really feel like when I be seeing people arguing about it, I'm like, yo, people gotta be stupid because it's confirmed that shit was for next year. So even if he wasn't fighting David this year, right? Accept whatever you accept, right? Whatever, right? Accept it. It still ain't going down this year. So what difference does it make if he fight David? And that's what exposes something to me that like, why y'all mad that he fighting somebody? What, y'all was trying to catch him on a humble? Y'all was hoping he would have ring rust or something?
Jules, if they had to admit the fact that they were going to fight in 2023, it would destroy the whole narrative of the argument. That's why they'll never even pretend like it even exists. That's why they deny it and they ignore it.
Yeah, like in the exchange that Terrence had with Errol, you know, a little over a week ago, 2 weeks ago, or whatever. He said it that like, yo, that was for next year, fam. Like that was for next year. Like, so like, what difference does it make? And he said, I spoke to Al. Terrence said, I spoke to Al. He's like, yo, I'm trying to get a fight in. And he said that Al told him, well, Errol gonna move on and he gonna fight at 7 figures or he gonna make 7 figures or whatever. It's like, fam, like,
they want him to be 16 months out. They want him to be 16 months out before he fights. They want all the advantages. That's all it has.
Anyways, I just had that one question. I don't want to talk about this fight anymore, but that's just the one question I want.
Oh yeah, bro. That's what it was, bro. That's legit what it was.
Okay. Let's not talk about this fight. I don't care about it anymore.
Hey, you brought it up.
No. I just wanted to ask that one question, but that's it.
All right, so we gonna go over to this. I want to start with this, and whoever got a lot of shit in their background, either mute your mic or drop off. I don't want to hear that shit. We gonna talk about Janibek. I'm gonna start. There go to fake Michaela. That's probably a guy in London,
bro. It's a fake Michaela, Joel. Come on, man.
I was kind of hoping it was the real Michaela. Shit, I ain't never get an interview. Nah, but let's stop playing. I'm gonna start with Reyes. Reyes. Do you feel like people are being too hard on Janibek, or do you feel that the criticism is warranted?
Okay, so I would say personally, if you had seen Felix Cash fight or whatever and everything like that, and you actually knew who Denzel Bentley was, I would say it might be warranted. Because me personally, as someone who saw that fight, I saw it and I was like, okay, Cash beat the shit out of Bentley. It wasn't even a close fight. If you watched it, he demolished him pretty fast, even stunned him in the first and, knocked him on the third. Yeah. So realistically, if Janibek is this guy that I should be terrified of, or someone that was so good that you were willing to put him in with Andre with what? It was like his 8th fight or 9th fight.
Well, I mean,
I don't think he had time.
I believe that they were willing to put him in there with Andre, but I guess what's making people argue is the treatment of Demetrius Andre. That's what I noticed. That what people feel raw about is that everybody started saying Andre ducked this dude, he ducked this dude, he ducked this dude, and then the dude goes out there and he looks kind of like shit, looks kind of limited, looks kind of right. But does that really mean that a duck?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't really change anything. At the end of the day, it's still a duck. It happened. Like, that's not going to change. If anybody's hating for that reason, then it's stupid. Then yeah, I think it's not deserved. But I'm going purely objectively. If you're going purely objectively, then yeah, I could see why you could be like, yeah, this dude's overhyped. But if you're just saying, Andre would have swept this dude, that duck doesn't really mean anything. I'm like, it kind of does. You still avoided him because you didn't want that fight at the end of the day.
All right. Let me go to Drew. Drew, do you think the criticism is warranted? That basically the guy got exposed. He's a hype job. He's limited. I'm sure you've seen what everybody's saying. Do you think that people are right to say that?
I think what they're saying is the wrong thing to say. As of someone who's seen Janibek live twice, there's moments where he shows what he can do, but what they should be saying is he's a boring fucking fighter. The shit's boring. It might be effective, but anytime you win, you can't be exposed when you win. But the shit's not entertaining, Jules. Like, really, it's not. Like, he'll throw 1-2 and have the guy hurt, and he don't put 3, 4, 5, and 6 together. So you're not this boogeyman. You're not the type of guys you're going 12 rounds with. Triple G was getting rid of. Okay, so miss me with that boogeyman shit. Okay, you're not exposed. You're just a boring fucking fighter.
Yeah, because I've seen people saying that he got exposed, but I'm like, well, what? When you say exposed, something gets exposed, like guy can't take a punch or something like. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to argue with people that think he looked bad because I think he looked bad. But my thing is, did he look bad? Did Denzel make him look bad, or did he make himself look bad? Leo, how does it look to you? I agree with that. Okay. I mean,
that's a great point, Leo.
Okay. Guys, I know you weren't paying attention really to the fight, but if you're asking if Janibek looked bad on that night, yeah, it looked really, really bad. If you look that fight, I know you're not gonna.
No, I've watched it. I watched it again on Sunday. Go ahead.
Yeah, that fight was close. That fight was close. Don't tell me, because I see something. Every time something's going wrong, you give it the benefit of the doubt at the guy who supposedly punched harder. Mm-hmm. For me, doesn't work that way. If you're connecting that more punches, you're actually winning. Mm-hmm. And Bentley were outworking and outscoring Janibek, at least in 4 rounds. So mm-hmm. That fight was close. You don't have to make a fight. If you want to box. I'm not going to question your performance, but if you win the majority of the rounds convincingly, yeah, like Bivol, you don't have to knock the motherfucker out.
Okay.
But if you're going there with this motherfucker losing rounds, nah.
You're saying that you don't think he should be losing rounds to a Denzel Bentley, essentially.
Maybe he was looking for the perfect punch. Maybe it was trying to showcase.
Can I interject real quick, Jules? Do you think Janibek is still underdeveloped?
Yeah, he only has 13 fights.
Exactly. And when Leo said we weren't paying attention, like in my personal opinion, I shouldn't have to go back and rewatch your fight the next day. I did, but I'm like, bro, that shit's like watching paint dry.
I was watching it, and this is why. Look, I feel a little different, and I don't give a shit what people say about me. I swear to God, I think this guy was pulling punches. I swear to God.
You think?
Bro, he would touch him with the left and back him off and then won't do nothing. But in the 12th, he start looking like the dude that fought Danny at the clear blue sky. He start looking like the dude that fought Danny Dignam. He starts stepping into the left hand,
coming over with up. I'm like, yo, what's going on, fam? Was you carrying this guy?
That's
And
what
Can
I
I
thought he
just
was
add?
doing.
real
Maybe
quick,
listen.
Jules. You could go to the other Janibek fights and see that exact same thing. That's what pisses me off. There's more than one. There's like 2 or 3 Janibek fights. You'll see he's holding his punches back. The Nadam fight, he didn't even press the gas.
That's kind of where I'm at with it. But I don't want to influence other people's opinions by making that case. Now let me go to Villain. Villain, what did you think? Hype job. What do we got?
Well, I'm going to take a little bit different route than what everybody else said in the panel has said so far. I don't want to go so far to call him a hype job, nor do I want to say. I mean, his performance wasn't all that great, but I always tend to want to give a guy who's got less than 15 fights. I'll give everybody like one night off. I mean, he is a pretty predictable fighter, but he does have some raw skills. The guy he fought was decent, not great. It was an off night. Ultimately, though, kind of like Montana Love, I'll always give a guy a pass when they're young the first time. If there's a duplication of the same problems that persist, then I'll tend to believe that maybe they're not to the hype that they were. So I'm not going to be as hard on him as some of the others are, but it definitely raised a red flag about is this basically the limits that he has as a fighter. He didn't seem to move around the ring very well. His punches were predictable. His defense tended to lack in the middle to later rounds. But what did make sense the most is kind of like what you said, is why he would pour it on in one moment and then he would let back up the other. He allowed the other guy to get in the fight, and you could tell early on the guy was scared shitless. So,
yeah, and he wasn't doing anything. That's the dude. The first 3 rounds, this man wasn't even throwing. What do you like? You like go for? He's not throwing nothing. Go for him.
I'll give him another fight before I want to take. I want to really have a true opinion on him, because I think it's only fair as us as fight fans that we should, if we want these guys to challenge themselves and maybe lose their O, that we have to be a little more understanding, especially when they've only had 15 fights. So I know he's been hyped up a lot, but I'll give him another chance. If he's kind of a duplication of what he was against a C-level opponent, then I think I would say probably, I wouldn't say exposed, but I definitely say he's maybe not the skill set that we thought he was.
And just in his defense, like, this is the first fight he went to decision within about Jules. The last 6 fights, he stopped everybody.
So, yeah.
So I'm not trying to pile on him. It's just, this is the entertainment business, and for the statute he's getting already, like main eventing, it's not entertaining.
Let me just say this here. Look at Bud Crawford, yeah. And I'm not comparing him to Bud Crawford, no shape or form. Bro, the thing is, his career, where's gonna go like Bud Crawford at 140, bro? Let's be honest. And coincidentally, they both have the WBA belt. You know what I mean? It's gonna be very hard for him to get any other belts or any other good fights. So maybe I'm thinking like he knew he was gonna beat Bentley anyways. He's like, all right, let me maybe give 50%, not show my my skills or whatnot, so people don't get scared. So they think, okay, I'm easy picking, so they're gonna fight me now.
I mean,
possibly.
No, I mean, look at what Bob Arum said ahead of the fight. That kind of tells you that it's a desperate situation. You actually have Bob saying we got a big purse for any prominent middleweight that's willing to fight this guy. And then he goes out there, looks like doo-doo. I don't want to beat the who's that conspiracy theorist's name, man? Mike Jones? Alex Jones. I don't want to be the Alex Jones of the shit, but I'm like, we've all known for months, they're like, yo, you in a fucked up spot, bro. You in a fucked up situation. How are you going to get any fights? Charlo's not going to fight you. You say that you admire Triple G too much to fight him, but even if you didn't, would you be able to get a fight with him? Probably not. So, like, what are you going to do? You're kind of fucked. So, I don't know, man. Let me go to Virtuoso. Virtuoso, what'd you think about how you look, man?
Yeah, man. I just thought he basically treated him like a sparring partner. I mean, I kept hearing that he was overexposed. I mean, not like just exposed. I mean, if he was exposed, the flip side of that would be that Bentley would be dominating.
Yeah.
Which how they see it. which I didn't see that happen at all. I mean, I saw a guy who fought scared, which is why it puzzled me as to why Janibek would want to fight. Like, I don't know, like he didn't want to press the gas. And then all of a sudden, oddly, he lets it all out in the 12th round. I mean, that is kind of suspicious, you know, how he would do that.
If you looked at that whole fight, except for the 12th, and then you look at the 12th, you're like, where the hell was this guy? What? Like, why are you just now doing? So you have enough energy for a big rally where you actually stunt the guy 2 times. He stunned him 2 times in the 12th round. Mm-hmm. You actually had the energy on tap to do that, and you suddenly decide to do it in the 12th. That's weird. Yeah, that's a little weird. It looks a little, because the way you fought in the 12th is how you normally fight. That's all that shit in the 12th. That's what he normally does. I'm like,
yeah. I do feel like his reputation as a boogeyman does take a hit. I mean, the fans are reacting as if, yeah, he's nothing. But to me, I just think he's a tad bit overrated.
I dig it.
Well, there's a good comparison. Let me just add, there's a good comparison between Janibek and who's that guy at 147, man? I'm so bad with names. Boots.
Boots Ennis?
Well, yeah, Boots Ennis. And Janibek, I see them in the same boat for some reason, despite Janibek being world champion.
But
you know what I mean? They're both unproven, but they're so-called both boogeymen. I think even though they didn't even prove themselves yet, so people need to chill out.
Yeah, but I guess, yeah, but you know what the thing is? I guess the difference with Jaron Boots Ennis, who I'm going to segue to after I go to Michael, the difference is, you know, he was in there with Custio Clayton. He beat that guy so fucking fast, bro. I didn't even think he was going to kill him that quick. So it's like he's staying in character, at least, that if you put a guy in front of him, he's going to knock his fucking block off. And that's what he's been doing. The guys haven't been great, you know, Dulorme, Lipania. I'm not high on you beating people like that personally. The Custio Clayton one, I like that one a little better because he was an unbeaten fighter. He represented Canada in the Olympics. So I'm like, okay, well, this has merit. Even if it's not a household name, this actually has merit. But at least he's knocking these guys' blocks off with Janibek. Bro, Felix Cash, a domestic level UK fighter right now, and I don't say that to be insulting at all. I'm saying that that's where he's at. He's domestic level right now. He's not contender or world level yet. Yo, fucking Felix made that shit look easy, bro. He made that shit look like it wasn't nothing. And he would remember that was a Frank Warren show. He beat the shit out this dude in 3 rounds. So how he could do that, but you over here in the 12th with this dude? It just is. You know what I mean? Michael, what do you think?
Honestly, I think it shows the Janibek. Well, I don't know if you've seen the other fight where he looked bad, but he has problems. Yeah, he has problem with people moving. That's his problem. I still think he beats most of 160 right now. I mean,
yeah, me too. I still think he beats Charlo. That's the funny thing.
Yeah, but you know, the guy does have like 13 fights, and this is why people actually like don't want to fight nobody. Because when you look bad for one fight, everyone's like, "Yo, you're trash. Like you're horrible. He's garbage. He's a journeyman." Like everyone's got to relax, bro. This guy has 13 fights. Relax.
I like that measured approach. Now I wanted to segue to this very funny screenshot on Twitter. I pulled it off for Twitter. This is how many times Jaron Boots Ennis said he had a fight date this
year. No. Dude, this is sad, bro. This is not a good thing, man. This is not good.
Yo, let me start.
He copy and pasted it 3 times. There's no
on some real shit, Reyes. Now, no, I didn't even get to ask Jay. Jay, when you see this, right, and you just think about how things are between 147 and 154, be real. Does this guy have a future?
No. Based on this, yeah, it's not looking good. It ain't looking good, fellas. I mean, he needs to leave. He needs to do what he can to get off of Showtime.
Does he have? He doesn't have an exclusivity contract, no.
No, I don't even know.
Let me read the super chat. How about Bentley is just better than advertised? I'm gonna do you one better, Base. How about Felix Cash must be better than advertised because he whooped his ass.
You know,
Whooped his
Bentley
ass.
might
Triangle
be better
theories
than
don't work, man.
advertised, but he came in there really like afraid and very cautious and like
I
he
mean,
bought
country. Did you saw when Janibek missed? He ducked on the cover like you see one of them kids in that a nuclear drill where they have to duck under the table. That's what he looked like.
Right. Yeah, it's like he bought into the boogeyman hype and thought, "Uh-oh, this guy's going to get me." And then after fighting him for a while, he realized, "Wait a minute, this guy ain't what they said he is." And I mean, Janibek made himself look real basic. And
Country, I want to ask you a question. You
Yeah.
watched the fight.
Yeah.
Was it something that Denzel Bentley did that exposed Janibek, or is it that you was expecting more from Janibek?
It was a little of both. It was more Janibek. I expected more from Janibek, and Janibek showed that he was more basic and a little more on the amateur side, as opposed to being with the boogeyman moniker. I think he got that moniker too early. And then later in the fight, Bentley actually got a little bit better and got a little more confidence because of Janibek's performance. He wasn't. After he saw, oh, this guy really ain't doing that much. He ain't knocking me out. I'm hanging with him. There's no problem. So that's when he started getting better, and then that's what helped the fight get a little closer. So it was a combination of those two things. But Janibek kind of exposed himself and showed that he's still basic. He needs to develop more. He hasn't had enough fights, and the boogeyman moniker was way too early for him.
Well, let's say this. See, when I can't remember a moment in that fight, and I watched it twice. The first time I wasn't paying attention, but on Sunday I watched them all back, and I'm like, I don't see Denzel exposing Janibek. I see Janibek shitting the bed. Is what I see. That
I agree.
I agree, and that was my first point, that there was more Janibek than it was Bentley. But I guess I was alluding to that Bentley, just because of Janibek's such a poor performance, that it enabled him to get more better towards the end of the fight a little bit. You know what I mean?
Can I just add? We're forgetting this. This was his first title defense, wasn't it?
Yeah, first title defense.
But
maybe the adrenaline got to him. He doesn't want to lose the belt. But there's loads of stuff, bro. There's loads of possibilities, man.
Does nobody buy into the idea that he maybe just had a bad night? I mean, maybe it was
It's
just
possible.
not his night.
Can I say something? I've been to 3 of his fights live. He's had more than one bad night already.
Okay, so that leads me to the question real quick.
It's funny how it was never mentioned before this.
Listen, when he was on the Crawford undercard of Porter, motherfuckers was leaving like, fuck this. Me, Vince, and Kenny on Twitter, like, let's go get a fucking beer. We were yawning by the 3rd round.
Hey, dude, it's funny how you never mentioned it before, though.
So, can I say that?
No, I've always said, no. I've said it plenty of times on this channel to Jules. If Janibek is fluid and in his movement, he's good. When he fights too stiff, it's a fucking snooze fest.
I don't mean you, but generally, like, people that are bringing this up right now, they weren't mentioning it beforehand.
Listen, Sawab. Let me say this. I take my lumps. I'm taking my lumps. I thought he was gonna annihilate Denzel Bentley, and he did not. And
me too. I thought he was going to park that guy.
Yeah, I totally
he did.
We're all fooled.
He did.
But
there's credence to what you said about him carrying him, Jules.
But see, and look, that's something.
You've watched enough fucking boxing to know when someone's getting carried.
That's something. Listen, this is what I saw, and I'm not trying to. I don't want to influence what anyone else thinks. This is just where I'm coming from. That he was regularly in the beginning of the fight, he was regularly landing the backhand, and I'm like, well, if you could touch him with the backhand, the power hand, you should be able to get this guy out of there quick. Follow up, and he touched him with the backhand and then lay off, and I'm like, why is he laying? Like, you hit him with your power hand. Go for him. And in the first 3-4 rounds, Denzel is not doing anything. So it's like, bro, what are you afraid of? Get this guy.
Yeah, this is where I gotta listen to the playback and listen to the instruction from Buddy McGirt to see if he was pressuring him to up his pace to try to get to be more efficient with his backhand. If this thing continues, does he leave the Buddy or does he improve? What's going
Buddy
on?
ain't the fucking problem. Buddy ain't the problem. I think but see, it's weird, bro. The whole thing, honest to God, it's fucking weird, bro.
Jules,
You beat the shit out of Rob. Wait. You beat the shit out of Rob Brandt, who's way more experienced than either Felix Cash or Denzel Bentley. You beat that dude so bad he wanted to quit. He quit basically. So it's like, how you go from that to struggling with Denzel Bentley?
That's what begs the question, though, because based off his comment after the fight about, like, he seemed okay about getting the rounds in, saying it was good for me to get the rounds in. Was he just doing that because he wanted to get more rounds in? You know?
Maybe.
Do you think there's any way that the language barrier has an issue with him taking direction?
Nah, because those guys are in the gym with each other every day. If they don't know how to communicate in the corner under the hot lights, then what the fuck have they been doing all camp?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
There's something going on there, bro. And I firmly believe it's like, is it outside of the realm of possibility, in other words, that a guy could go in there and look, bro, we can't get you no fights. You know, keep going in there and parking these guys. Ain't nobody gonna want to deal with you. They don't want to deal with you now. You know what I mean? So maybe you need to look like Kaka. And lo and behold, on Monday, who's calling him out? Felix Cash. You see what I mean? That the silver lining is, well, people won't be scared to fight him anymore. You just look like shit.
Yeah. Am I crazy to think that him and Adames is a 50-50 fight?
Bro, I don't know.
60-40, 60-40.
I mean, and Adames is he's my countryman and all of that. But being real,
60-40 then.
I was going to say that Teixeira fight is still on my mind. Like, he got hit hard and then he went down and, he lost a decision. But maybe 60 is a better weight for him. That's another way to look at it, because that was at 54. And he's at 60 now. He looked fast. He looked sharp. He looked strong. I don't know, man. But I don't stress about that fight. You know why? It's not going to happen, bro. PBC, top rank, you know the drill. That shit ain't going to happen. They're going to either keep him on standby for Charlo, or they're just going to put him on the shelf and wait for Charlo to move up so he could be elevated to WBC champion. He ain't going to fight nobody, bro. Ain't going to fight nobody. So let's move off this Janibek shit for a minute. And let's go back to this shit. This is kind of...
I was waiting for that.
This is kind of ridiculous, bro. Like, look at that. It goes all the way back to July, bro. And July, August, September, so that he don't fight at all again the rest of the year, bro.
I think a lot of times these guys don't understand when they first sign and they're young how much politics are going to play into shaping their careers. I don't think they get that some of these promoters are going to just really fist fuck them on getting money and getting opportunity.
Yeah, see, that's not the real Michaela. That's not the real Michaela Mayer, because Michaela Mayer does not think that Lomachenko is a hype job. That's a guy that's calling himself Michaela.
Yep.
I agree with you in principle, Villain, but he's out of Philly. His dad's and his family's from the game. They know better.
Well, I wasn't just talking about him specific. I just meant in general. Yeah. I'm talking about as a generalization.
No.
I don't think
like him, he knows better, but he's overtraining. Like Steve Kemp said it, but like even a man, like these dudes are just training all day, no fights. What are you doing?
Fucking spicy said it's Michaelo.
Like Boots Ennis is training so much, you would think he got a triathlon coming up.
No, but he's not wrong. Like, basically, you've been in training camp for 10 months. Chill, son. Like, what you training for, Thanos? Yeah. You spent the whole year in camp, bro.
He's doing training for Tong Po, bro. Tong Po. He's going to go fight with the glass.
You guys got to follow him on IG, bro. He's always in the gym. It's just so sad, man.
Yeah, but the dude is like, because I'm not one of these guys that's going to say, oh, he's this and oh, he's that. I blame Showtime, bro. I blame Showtime.
I blame his manager, though. He should get
and that's where I was getting on everybody on Twitter, Jules. When they said, you said PBC has no money. I'm like, okay. Jaron Boots Ennis is an exclusive Showtime fighter. they are obligated to at least pay the license fee for his fights, and they're not doing that either.
Damn, they don't have no money. Who's saying they got money? Who think they got? Don't say it's Joel. Please don't say Joel.
Oh no, I ethered Joel already. I'm like, put 1,000 up if you think they're going to be here in 5 years. Then, crickets.
Yeah, like because I saw there was a debate. I also saw there was a debate that was being had. Joel asked the question. He was like, "Yo, for all the people that think PBC gonna go out of business, when exactly is that supposed to happen?" And one, that's a false equivalent question. That's a loaded question because that's not what people have been saying. What they've been saying and what Bob Arum has been saying and what a lot of people in the know, in the business have been saying is that Showtime may be leaving the business. I said here on my channel, if Showtime leaves boxing, that doesn't necessarily mean that the PBC dissolves. Al's still going to have all those contracts. Maybe he'll sell them to someone, or maybe he'll just go to another network and pitch them those fights and those fighters. But what I said, and I believe it, yeah, soon, like maybe at the end of next year, that's when I would give it. Because if they're waiting for an annual budget now to roll in January in that first and second quarter, well, it can't be because they're waiting for the axe to come down. Nah, of course not. But probably next year, towards the end of it, maybe in the fall, is when either they'll be integrated into Paramount, but that doesn't necessarily mean the PBC comes with them. It's hard to imagine that. Would Paramount start showing boxing matches?
And we've all stressed it. Like, even I told him, like, bro, no one's ever said PBCs. We said they ain't got no money. And I told him,
have no money. They don't.
I told him it'll go out of business when the people that paid the $600 million that own it decide to go out of business.
Yeah, like they don't have
That's
no
not
money.
hard to understand.
Who think they got, like if a motherfucker running around thinking that they got money, I don't know what to tell. Like, you could check, fam. You could check their parent companies where they put the value of PBC. Absolute zero, fam. They have no money.
Let me make it easy for these dumb motherfuckers that don't understand. Listen, I got a fast food thing restaurant. Yeah, I got a pizza shop. It's my business. I fucking own it. I got workers in there. They're not gonna decide if I'm gonna go out of business or not. I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna go out of business.
Exactly.
So if I sell it on, motherfucker, I don't care if the new bosses come. If they kick you out or not, nothing to do with me. And you have no say in it. You come, do what you have to do, work, and go home and get a paycheck. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, one, you don't have to wonder if they have no money. You know they have no money because for the first time, Gervonta Davis has only fought once the whole year. Charlo hasn't fought at all this year. Benavidez, the guys that fought once, Gervonta Davis, David Benavidez, guy that hasn't fought at all, Jermall Charlo. If you go down their entire roster, you'll see that either the guy fought once or he didn't fight at all. Keith Thurman only fought once. They haven't, you have no money.
We knew that, Jules. When did Marcos send that tweet out about no shoulder programming and they're not paying for the pay-per-views?
That was about 3 months ago. And remember, he was part of the production team on PBC on Fox.
Yep.
Remember that? He would know. He would know.
Do you think this has something to do with Canelo?
It could. I'm not saying that it doesn't. It could. But it could also be, it could be as simple as they're waiting for the annual budget to roll around because don't you see the concentration of fights that they have in the first and second quarter? Plant versus Benavidez. They want to do Ryan versus Gervonta also in January, which is the first quarter. Zoo versus Charlo. That's also the first quarter. It's like you wait until the first and second quarter to do everything. Why? Well, it's got to be because the annual budget rolls around and you're relying on that to pay for those fights. Right now,
now to expand on what Leo said, so basically, I'm just being dumb for the sake of the argument. They guaranteed that money for Canelo and escrow from some other account, correct?
Yes,
exactly.
I believe. Listen, you know what I think? That money came from Floyd. Yeah.
Floyd's fighting too often and not have no money.
Bro, I still believe that 40 M's that they put up for Canelo to fight Caleb on their channel, that didn't come from Showtime. That came from Floyd. That's who that came from.
Yeah, because that's separate. That Canelo wants that before fight night, and whatever on the back end is his.
If there was any money, then all you have to do, ask the question is this: if Al and the PBC have been negotiating with the fight for Crawford for, say, 6 months, 5 months, 4 months, why is it if they did have money, they just couldn't put it on in November or December? Why do they say, no, we got to push it back to 2023? If you got the money, then you can just do it right now. Why are we waiting? Why are we going to wait 2 months? It's because they don't have a budget.
Yeah, like in other words, if you have money, that doesn't just mean, okay, we can satisfy the fighters' guarantees. If you have money, that also means we can promote the hell out of the show because everything costs. If you have money, we can foot the bill for the featurettes, we can do the production, we got money for we got money to do it. You don't have no money, bro. That's why Benavidez only fought once. That's why Thurman only fought once. That's why Gervonta only fought once. You don't have no money. No money. If you had money, you could have at least did an Isaac Cruz rematch. If you had money.
They didn't even have money to afford great opponents, Yeah,
look at the guys that they fought. Look at the guys that they put them in there with.
Yep.
It was Leonard. It was not too long ago that Ellerby said, "I gotta pay you what you weigh for
and
Haney."
You got Isaac Cruz turning down $1 million paydays for Ryan Garcia.
A guy that made $300,000.
Talk about that, Jules.
A guy that made $300,000 to fight Gervonta Davis is turning his nose up at 7 figures for Ryan Garcia. And I believe it. I don't give a shit. Motherfuckers, say what you want about Oscar. This dude, he be telling the truth sometimes, like the Leo shit, which I often bring up. They said they offered Isaac 7 figures. Sean Gibbons didn't deny that. What Sean Gibbons said was, we don't want to fight on the app. You need to fight on Showtime. Bro, how you sound telling Ryan offer L that you got? How you sound telling him you need to fight on my platform? That don't even make sense, fam. At all. That's how Oscar was telling the truth.
It's strange how Cruz just turned into instant diva after
Bro, listen, he turned down Ryan. Listen, he turned and they let him get away with it. You know why? Nationalism. It's some people, because Ryan paints his nails and he does TikTok videos, they don't like him. I dig it. Look, but really, I dig it. All I'm saying is that doesn't mean he's lying. He wasn't lying when he said that the Pacquiao people was talking to him. They was. Sean Gibbons was. The shit never got off the ground, but he wasn't lying when he said that. They would say, oh, he clout chasing. If he clout chasing, why is Sean Gibbons of Manny Pacquiao Promotions posting posters on Instagram? This kid's not lying. They talked to him at least. And the shit with Oscar. Oscar said they offered him 7 figures. Hell yeah, I believe that. I believe that. Because you didn't deny what he said. He said, yo, we offer him like $1 million to come over and do that fight. You didn't deny that. You didn't.
Yeah.
All you said was it has to be on Showtime.
Straight up, what they're trying to do is basically protect Tank Davis's only disputed victory. That's why. They're just straight up and down, man. They're protecting a guy coming off a fucking moral victory.
That's it. They trying to
Insane.
fatten him up for a
Like
rematch.
I would if not Devin, or Shakur or Ryan, at least fight William Cepeda. That'd be a good fight.
But what's still crazy to me? A while back, I think it was like Lamont Peterson versus Felix Diaz. That was the guy's name.
Mm-hmm.
That was a contested decision. A lot of people thought Felix Diaz won. And you know what PBC did right after that? They sent him over to Crawford because they didn't want any of those problems. Exactly. It is insane how much of a lack of money that they have now that they can't even do that for those opponents anymore. They got to keep the guys that nobody really wants to. Actually, no. People do want to see Isaac. Fight Isaac, and he's probably rejecting those fights. But it is insane to me that, you got to protect guys like that now. And also to piggyback off of what Leo said, I actually think the PBC's plan for the year, and God's honest truth, was that Canelo deal. That was going to be their fight schedule. It was going to be Canelo beating up on Benavidez, Canelo beating up on Charlo, and then Canelo beating up on Spence.
Hey, now, let me say, Psychedelic 2009 says Pacquiao was on video, said he was in negotiations with Ryan.
Yeah, like the kid wasn't lying. Now, Karma, I got to shut you down again. The only year before this year where Gervonta only fought once was the year of the pandemic. Look how many times he fought in 2019. Look how many times he fought. 3 times. Look how many times he fought last year. 2 times. For whatever reason, this year, They only got him out there once in May. Only once. Trying to tell you something going on. You don't want to believe me. Something going on. How come he could fight 2 times last year, but only once this year? Why?
Let's start looking up, bro.
It's not like it's just one guy in the whole entire roster who's only fighting once. Some of
No,
these guys
Keith
are not
Thurman
fighting
only
at all.
fought. Look, Errol only fought once. Keith Thurman only fought once. Jermall Charlo didn't fight at all. Jermell Charlo only fought once.
Make it simple. Make it simple. If you got a family, you got 2 kids. Every single year, you guys go on vacation twice a year, but you're having a bad year. You're not making as much money. So you go to your wife and go, listen, we don't got that much money to go on vacation twice this year. We're only going to go once, right? Now, you're not going to tell the kids that because they're kids. You don't want to break their heart. They don't need to understand like real world problems. What do? You budget the money and then you have the vacation when you can. It's the same concept. If these guys had money, they'd be putting fights on. They'd be putting good fights on. It's that simple. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out.
Like it's not complicated. Like Top Rank has had guys get out there more than once. You know what I mean? Like shit, look at that Xander Zayas kid. He stay getting out there. The PBC guys, where are they? Like they on a once a year schedule. And even not just individual at the individual level, but also the number of shows. Like, no, Showtime hasn't done a lot of shows. Every other, like Top Rank is doing shows. Matchroom is probably doing the most shows. But PBC, they're not even doing that many shows. They're not. So, you know what I'm saying? There's something going on over there. That's all I'm saying. Now, back to this Jaron Boots Ennis shit, which I think is a story within a story. Cameron Duncan, who's his promoter. Cameron Duncan is his promoter. And it's like, fam, you got to get him off of Showtime, bro, because they can't even get your fighter dates.
I think he has an actual fight this time because he posted that he was doing sparring.
Yeah, for January, bro.
Yeah, who do you guys think he's fighting?
He's fighting inactivity. That's what.
Yeah, basically.
Boots did not help himself when he stated openly on camera that they were waiting for Spence Crawford.
That's just stupid.
Yeah, I mean, when he came out and said that, I was like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. No.
But it's like, why would you even be waiting for them, bro? And if you know that they dealing with each other, why would you be waiting for them?
Right. I mean, he's got other people out there he could fight, man. He could terrorize Thurman. He could have a great fight with Ortiz. I mean, there's a bunch of fighters out there.
That's the other thing that I don't like. Like, a part of me almost feels like he's towing the company line, almost, because you talk about people that are preoccupied. Like he'll have a Bud soundbite or he'll have a Errol soundbite, bro. The dude you should be calling out is Thurman. Let's cut the shit. Like being real. Like, if you should be calling anybody out, it's Thurman. Like, Thurman, you fought once this year, bro. What's popping? You was a former champion.
El Negro Bambone says, where is Boots supposed to go, though?
Bro, you telling me basically they couldn't get him a Riverside Rocky fight at least before this year was out? Josecito Lopez, they couldn't get him a Lopez fight at least? That's crazy to me. That's crazy. You got Josecito for motherfucking Thurman? Shit.
It's criminal that a guy with that much talent is just rotting on the vine, too.
Yeah, that's why when people bring up this whole, like motherfuckers is on some other shit. Like, motherfuckers will talk about him and Virgil, and I'm like, fam, at least Golden Boy gets that kid fights. This dude is supposed to be on the same side of the street, on the side of the street where you would want to be, ideally, if you were a welterweight, and he still ain't getting no fucking fights, man.
He could have fought Canionis by now,
Exactly. It's like you might as well be over there with fucking Virgil on Golden Boy, because neither one of you motherfuckers could get a Thurman fight. Neither one of you could get a Danny Garcia fight.
Because everybody's just staying in their own lane.
Pretty much. Bro, welterweight sucks. And middleweight sucks. And fuck them, man. Shout out to the bantamweights and the super flyweights, the flyweights. Shout out to Sonny motherfucking Edwards. Boss stat shit. Won that.
Shout out to the women's lightweight, junior lightweight,
women's super featherweight, women's junior middleweight,
lightweight.
Sonny Edwards got to stop watching In Living Color before the show and doing his hair like Jim Carrey.
Hey, my dude, he a Capricorn. Show some respect. He a Capricorn. Don't you forget it. Don't you forget it. Out here styling, all in this chocolate vagina and shit. He like the chocolate joints like me. I love the chocolate joints, bro. That ain't ever going to change. That's how I know Sonny got good taste in women, right? He won that fight, won that shit good. 8-4. Surprised me how he was able to handle the pressure because he a pure boxer. Usually they can't. Usually pure boxers, you squeeze them a little bit, they fall apart. Look at Lara with Jared Hurd. Y'all remember that? Motherfucker was punishing his ass from one side of the ring to the other side of just punishing his ass. Sonny dealt with the shit, bro. You gotta respect that, yo.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Go spicy in the building, being spicy.
Under a microscope says Swift is ranked at number 6, Jules, and he's laughing.
Talking about Danny Garcia, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you lying.
No, he's really ranked there, though.
In the ring or in what, WBC?
WBA, I think it is.
Number 6.
Oh, I don't care then. That's about right.
Yeah, because I think they trying to do a Lara fight. I think. I'm not sure. I know that he said. I seen Danny say that he wants Lara, and I seen Lara say that he want him. But I'm like, yo, being real, fam. As old as Lara is right now, bro, you fucking
beat him.
Yo, imagine Janibek and Lara. Oh my god.
Nah.
Imagine. I'm just saying, but it's just a boxing match.
They'll knock him out in the 12th.
Danny sucks, bro. And if he think that Lara is so old that like, oh, I'm gonna get him, like, I don't know, bro. Like Lara's still better than you ever was, bro. Like, yeah, and I don't even like pure boxers that much, but Lara he got some shit, bro, and you ain't shit. Your feet suck, bro. All right, what you gonna try to counter Lara?
Hey,
you better stop.
Hurricane Hank is asking your thoughts on Anthony Yard's tune-up.
Oh, the coitus, the cunnilingus, to do with the
cunnilingus.
Yo, that dude got a fucked up name, man.
Not that one.
Cortical coitus. Look, man, I'm gonna be real with you, right? I'm gonna be real with you. It should have been if Frank is like, it's like, bro, that dude should have fought at least 2 times this year because you fighting better beef early next year, bro. You know what I mean? You could have got him 2 cunnilingus guys at least this year. Keep him busy, keep him sharp, keep him fighting, keep him working. The fact that you just now in November, the 11 months into this year, you're just now getting him out. Remember the last fight was the Lyndon Arthur fight when he knocked him out in the rematch. It's like, oh, that was dope. And you didn't build nothing off of that. You just let all of that shit cool down till people forget. Wait 11 months to get him back out. I'm like, it's like, fam, like, Frank Warren, bro, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
When's Rolly fighting again?
Bro, he hasn't fought this year, right?
I don't think so, man. I don't think so.
Was a Tank fight the only fight?
No, yeah, he fought Tank. What I'm talking about, yeah, he fought Tank. That was this year, and Cruz was last year. Bro, who the fuck want to watch Rolly, bro? That dude is retarded, man. Like,
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I paid 90 to watch him go in there with Keyshawn Davis, man.
Bro, listen, I'll pay $100 to watch him fight Deontay Wilder.
I'd pay a bit just to watch him fight Blair Cobb, man.
If they could put him in there with Deontay Wilder, $100 price, I got it, bro. I got it. Park him, Wilder.
Hey,
Park him.
Here's a good one: Rolly versus Charlie Zelenoff.
Bro, nah, but you know what? This is what kills me about Rolly, and this is why I really don't care for him. He sucks, but because people are willing to play this game, you know, to hype up Gervonta Davis, they'll pretend that he's any good at. Like, no, he's horrible. He's fucking horrible. He doesn't beat anyone, bro. No one. All right, but because y'all willing to play a game, they really interviewing this guy and all of that. Like, fam, you never gonna win a belt from no one, ever, at any weight in the history of boxing. You don't win at all. But ES News, who do you want to fight, Rolly? Yeah, like that.
No, they're like, hey, Rolly, where did you buy your fucking fur coat from, Rolly? Can I wear it? That's ES News.
ES News. Hey, Rolly, what kind of conditioner do you put in your hair? Like, man.
Ellie Archback.
He said Ellie Archback.
Nah, but for real though, I think it's cocked.
That's slow, B. Motherfucking Aaron says Americans want money. Americans want money that they don't rate. They deny guarantees that would give them multiple fights per year. Fighters who take less money up front are staying more active and passing these guys by. I mean, yeah, it's a fair point. The American market, the American fighter, I should say, is not what they used to be. And that's why I fell in love with the UK boxing scene, because their guys fight regularly. You know, they do fight regularly. You get some decent fights, some domestic level fights, which I enjoy, because in the American domestic scene, I have to give them credit for this. I do like Frank Martin versus Michelle Rivera. That's a great fight.
What card is that on?
I don't even know, bro. I just keep hearing about it. So I'm waiting for it.
Probably playing what's his name? Benavidez.
It's a good fight, though. It's a good fight. It is a good fight.
It is a good fight.
You know what I mean? We don't
It's
normally
a good fight. It's a good fight, and it's happening because they can pay them under $500,000 each.
Really, to be honest, yeah, that's literally why.
Probably
you know what, Drew? I told you why I think we seeing all my Oyes on PBC. It's because, well, they're cheaper than the other guys.
Remember, I told you, Jules, they're doing what the MLB did.
Yeah, that's what that shit is. Ellie Nutsack reporting. You're like, man, like that shit.
I hate that guy so much, bro.
And correct me if I see a little bit more vigor and animosity when them Dominicans are fighting Puerto Ricans. I'm just saying.
It's not. I mean, it's not what it was. You know, it's not the rivalry that it was. Personally, I like Argentina versus Mexico as a rivalry. That's a very fun rivalry. I personally feel that Mexico versus Puerto Rico is really not a thing anymore, because there just aren't that many good Puerto Rican fighters out there, save young Xander Zayas, Amanda Serrano, yes, that Armani kid. He's pretty good, but he's still developing. He's not
Berlanga.
Berlanga, you mean? Hey, his name is
almost had a Berlanga free show, man.
Bro, I swear to God, I would pay Munguia to beat the shit out of this guy, bro, because I know he would. He would beat the
I didn't even know
out of this
he was fighting this week, bro. I swear to God, I saw Fight Week.
Yeah, Mondongo's fighting this week. For those that don't know, he's fighting.
He is?
Yeah, Mondongo's fighting on he's fighting some random Argentinian dude, bro.
They don't even show his face.
Bro, who's on the undercard?
I don't even care.
Who cares, honestly?
The undercard might be interesting, you know.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
I'm about to go look for real. Because I'm like, shit, JoJo, all the Golden Boys fighters already fought.
Yeah, they don't have none. I swear, Munguia and Benavidez, I haven't seen their last couple fights, swear to God. So I'm so uninterested.
Yo, dog, it's literally just Munguia.
Nah, really? It's not even like to be announced or anything?
You're lying, bro.
It's just Munguia. You such a full fight card?
Yo, the whole fight card is Munguia, bro. Look.
Oh, they should just have Munguia fight like 7 cans. Just have them at one after another.
Man, look at that.
It's no undercard, bro. They no undercard.
He's a one-man show.
This is a literal glorified.
Not even a donkey show,
bro. There's nobody else there. Don't believe me? Look, go look. It's just Munguia and the Argentinian guy.
I feel so bad for Oscar. God damn.
No, Oscar.
He's not the one doing the show, though. That's the funny thing. We know how it works. He's fighting in Guadalajara, so that means Zanfer's doing the show. It's on ADAM. It's not on Oscars. So
okay.
Hey, Jules, Martin Ramos says Munguia pelea con muertos.
Eso es lo que es. Pelea con puro muerto. Puro muerto. Bro, I don't know, man. But shit, man, shit is crazy, yo.
We had a good wrestling weekend, though. I mean, we had Montana Love, winning the Royal Rumble. And John Fury, doing his George Animal Steel impression.
I don't know what Eddie Hearn saw in that dude, because that dude is... No. You should have got Regis, bro. Regis was a free agent for a bean.
Yeah, he would have been way better off.
Yeah, but the problem with Regis is he was already complaining about the money. I think if he was going to go with Eddie Hearn, he will be complaining about the money early.
But what
Like-
could he be making now? What did he make fighting Tyrone McKenna in that empty tennis stadium? I know
Probably
that.
like 800K.
You see what I mean? That I'm like, he can't like off of this purse, because this purse bid is nuts, right? I think it's what 2.4 million. So yeah, he's probably getting good money for this fight. But what did he get on Triller against Red Catch? What did he get
1 million, I heard.
on? He got him what?
Yeah, bro. I think he literally was like, I get to fight on what's it called? I get to fight him for $1 million? Oh, I'm taking this money immediately. And I was like, whatever, bro.
You made Julius do a record scratch moment there. Like, what?
I mean, can you blame the guy? I mean,
No, I cannot.
Who
No,
would
I
not take a
can't.
mill for that?
But I just what bothers me is that Regis is actually one of the great young American. Well, not young because he like 33 now, but he one of the fun guys to watch. That this dude really don't be fighting that much though. Like on some real shit, like he really don't even be fighting like that. At least if he were on the zone, that they get him 2-3 fights a year. At least 2-3.
He's had 2 fights since the Taylor fight, 2 or 3 fights.
Hot Boxing Minute says Montana Love is his own opponent.
Bro, all I want to see now, even though Eddie probably going to try to do a Love versus Spark rematch, I don't want that. I need Steve Sparks versus Liam Paro for the Australian Kangaroo Championships. That's what I need. The dude that knocked out Brock Jarvis, that's what I need. That they both at 140. I need that.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing Love against Jeff One Jr. I mean, I'd rather see Richardson Hitchens take care of him and get him out of there.
I think Eddie really tried with Montana Love because he's a charismatic young fighter. He is charismatic. He presents himself well, but in terms of substance, I tried, bro. I looked. I'm like, I don't see nothing, bro. Sorry. And I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm just being honest. Like, I don't see anything. I don't see speed, sharpness. I don't see technique. I don't see nothing.
Nor defense.
He's a great ring walker, but I don't know as a fighter.
He got a good ring walk.
If you want to talk about a guy who's a hype job, he's like Berlanga level hype. He doesn't have many skills.
Well, the fact that he was like trying to find a way out, and you could see he was he could see, but he was lying to the ref, going, "I can't see," because he wanted out of the fight because he knew he was going to get KO'd.
Country, was that you that posted the cards? Did you see that robbery they were trying to put on?
Yeah, that was me.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not trying to be dramatic. I really, when I was watching it again, scoring it the second time on Sunday morning, bro. What round did Montana Love win? Somebody tell me. What round?
Exactly.
He was getting bullied the whole time.
That home cooking was in, man. They were going to give it to him, but he got DQ'd because he went WWE, man. It was like, damn.
If the fight would have went on, I feel he would have got knocked out.
Yeah, I agree.
Like he didn't have nothing. He didn't have nothing for Steve Sparks.
But the sad part is that card showed the corruption. That we talk about. It just showed it, man. It's like that's a damn shame. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Okay. You know what? This is a little fucked up, but you know what Eddie can do with Montana Love? He can send it to Tom Plank. Hey, Bob. What about the Barbosa fight? Beat the shit out of this guy.
Not bad.
And can we do business after that?
Yeah, that's not a bad because Alexis. Shout out to Alexis Rumbero. He had an interesting theory. He looked at the guy that Munguia's fighting this weekend, 5'11" southpaw, and he believes that Munguia will fight Janibek next year. That's why he's fighting this guy. I'm not sold on it, but I'm like, if you're top rank, look at how Janibek just looked. This is a guy that you might be willing to send a golden boy. Like, y'all do what y'all can with this dude, B. If he come back with a belt, cool. If he don't, then y'all can have him.
Hey, Jules,
like what they did with Kovalev.
How does Montana Love even come back from this sort of thing, though, dude?
Bro, he's to me, I see a money pit. Look, you're not a world. I'm just gonna come out and say what I think. Feel free to disagree.
Right.
Not a world-class fighter. at all. You're not a world-class fighter. So it's not like with Devin where eventually it could pay off because you actually have a ceiling and you just need somebody to finance your fights. It's not like that. You don't have that. He doesn't have that ceiling. So we gonna use you for what, bro? You can't win us a belt from nobody. Who he gonna beat for a belt? Who? I can't think of nobody. He don't beat Matias. I don't think he beats Josh Taylor. Even though Josh looked like shit, you don't beat that guy, bro. That was what I call an off night. Like, this guy's been elite most of his career. He had one off night, and I believe he gonna fix it. But I don't see nothing in Montana Love. I don't see a ticket seller, and I don't see a world-class fighter. So what can they do with you? If anything, I would send him to Australia. This is what I would do if I'm the promoter. Steve, I see a star in Steve. I see a guy that if I do shows in Australia for this kid, we might could sell some tickets. Like, we might could sell some tickets, get a little bit of money, maybe a headline, maybe an undercard. And I say, Steve, would you be willing to fight this guy in your neck of the woods now? Because you traveled to his neck of the woods for the first fight. If we do this in Australia, you down, probably going to be down. We'll give you a better purse than what we gave you the first time out. You'll be the A side now because you won the first fight. Technically, he did. This guy got himself DQ'd. And I see a star in Steve more than I see a star in Montana Love. Honestly, Steve is the guy. Y'all remember, Steve is the guy who stood in on short notice for Michael Zarafa. Because Michael Zarafa shat it with Tim Tszyu, and he didn't want to fight him all of a sudden. Steve stood in his place. They know him down there. They know him well enough. Enough people have seen him that if you put him in some good fights and he gets some good wins, you could build something. You could build Steve Spark versus Liam Botto into a big fight. Yeah, you could build that. You could build that. And I would go that route because I don't see anything in Montana Love. I don't see money. I don't see a high ceiling. I don't see a champion. Being real. And usually I can tell, like, nah, this guy's got it. Just give him the shot. And this guy's got it. I don't see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Eddie knew something. Eddie knew something that he matched up with a super welterweight. I mean,
well, he's not really. No, he's not a super welterweight. That's the thing. He's really a 140 pounder. He's not a super welterweight. That was a one-off. That was a one-off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a short notice thing. Like, oh, well, fuck it, I'll do it. It was like that. Like, he don't be up there. He really do be down there at 140. So it's like
he kind of looks like he has some frame to move up, though.
Bro, that dude is huge for 140, bro. That dude is huge for 140.
Hey, but I like that deal. I like what Leo said. Eddie, call Bob, call Carl. Like, Carl, hey guys, I want to get this guy fucking dropped. Here, send him over. Whatever you paying him. Let Barbosa, let fucking Jose Ramirez start this fool. And you send me over who you guys want to lose.
If you tried to use him as a bartering chip, you could, but Top Rank doesn't need him. Why? You know what you could do? Barbosa versus Comey.
No.
Because they drew, remember Comey drew with Pedraza. Now Pedraza's fighting Lopez, and you could do Barbosa versus Comey.
I just think after that performance, I don't think any other promoter is gonna want him because, like, dude, you last two fights, man. I don't know. Ever since the Baranchik fight, like, okay, the guy, he fought a Baranchik. The guy gets hit a lot, and it's his size.
And even in his prime, he got hit a lot. Even before he lost, he got hit a lot.
Hey, Jules.
Yeah. So if
he's asking the question, love is Matchroom's Berlanga is what you're telling him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Eventually, they're gonna use him as a stepping stone fight, in house.
I don't know. I mean, in a division where it's hard to get a belt, like Matchroom has no champions at 140, obviously, and it's hard to get a belt because the IBF is lost on PBC Island, the WBA also on PBC Island, the WBC is between Zapata and Prograis, and then we'll see what comes out of that. Maybe they can make a play for the winner if the winner is Regis. We'll see. Or and then what's the other one? The WBO, which Josh Taylor has. It's like, does it even pay off to be invested in the super lightweight division if you're Matchroom? Not really.
Who's next in line for the WBO?
Lopez.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah. He'll fight the winner of Catterall versus Taylor too.
They
You
officially
think,
made
you
him
think he's gonna
mandatory and
take
everything.
that fight?
Say it again.
Do you think
They
he's gonna
officially
take
made
that
him.
fight?
Oh yeah. He said, well, look, I'll just repeat what he said. He said he wants the fight. He'll take the fight, and he's willing to go to the UK. Which, honestly, you don't have a choice. Those two guys are MTK, or they were MTK. They can't come here. So if you want them, you have to go to get them. No, there's no two ways about it. Also, you don't sell tickets like that here, bro. You a Hulu theater guy, and you want O2 Arena money. You know, you want the big room in Madison Square Garden money, but you a Hulu theater kind of guy. Over there sells better than them over here. So not just the MTK stuff, not just the they can't come in the country stuff, the money shit too. You'll make more money fighting them over there than fighting them here.
You
And
know,
that's
it's
gonna
actually
happen more often, Jules. In the next 5 years, American fighters are gonna be like, this is what they're paying me to stay here. Like they're gonna have to go over there.
Yeah.
You know, now that you mentioned that, Jules, Tio was better off losing them belts in the Hulu theater, not in the big room. You know.
Yeah. To be real with you, yeah. Like you don't sell like that, my guy. See, over there to them Brits, right? You might could turn that into a box office fight. Yeah, you might. Lopez versus Taylor, what I think is going to be Taylor. On pay-per-view on Sky, yeah, you could sell that. You could, because it's not often you get a fucking American to crawl out of their hole and travel. It's not often.
And that's where Tio fucked up. Had he just listened, he'd have beat George. He'd be undisputed, run up to 140 undisputed. Taylor isn't fucking rematch Catterall, and they fight for undisputed in a big fight, Tio undefeated. But no, he got to change the game. He got to change the game, Jules.
The takeover.
No, the take back. Put up the pick, the take back.
Put the pick of the dad in front, man. The
that
dad he's doing all the
layover,
work.
to be honest.
I love that pick. That's my favorite pick.
He does all the work.
You know, that's so sad. His dad is totally hogging the spotlight, even in the pictures with him.
Bro, I need to get a gold Bud Light suit, bro.
But you know what? I'm honestly tired of feeling bad for Teofimo, bro. Make your own goddamn choices. You're a grown ass man.
You know what? You know why I feel bad? He reminds me of me when I was a kid, because I low key looked like that a little bit when I was a kid. So I feel bad for him because I see myself in him. But at the same time, it's like it's too much going on for that young man. It's too much. Like, put it this way: like your daddy, he want to be the star of the show. Your management, do they really have your best interest in mind? Yours or theirs? Yeah, you know what I mean, like he got a lot of problems.
But then there's no excuse, Jules. Unlike him, did you go crazy for your first fucking taste of fucking pussy though? Like he did?
Nah. He tried to get married. I'm like, yo, you wildin', bro. You wildin'. I was nutting and all type of shit.
Your first taste of the John, you went fucking nuts.
Yo, for real. Like he really tried to marry that. It's like, fam, why are you getting married, my God? What are you doing? Like,
I mean, and it's no knock on flight attendants, but in my time, I know how flight attendants get down, yo. Like, come on, yo.
Bro, they play the game, bro. Listen, the only thing you need to be doing at that age is ejaculating, bro. That's it. You don't need to be fucking trying to get married, man. I'm trying to ejaculate, all right?
Bro, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? I literally saw it was when he fought Nakatani. He was upset because his sister and his mom refused to go to the wedding. I was like, you know what? I'd be upset about that too. Like, fuck them. But now, after seeing that she just divorced him because he lost or some shit, they were right.
Now she was going through the divorce prior to that.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing. She divorced him because he put hands on her, and the Lopez women are used to that, and they don't think that's a reason to divorce somebody.
Listen, bro, all I'm saying is, irrespective of the circumstances of their divorce, you should not marry that young. You have wild oats to sow, and if you don't use those mid-20s and 20s, it's like you got to get that crazy out of you. You know, you got to bust different types of nuts. You know what I mean? You got to be in different No, but you get different types of blowjobs. You know what I mean? Like, you can't fuck you look like getting married, you 20-something years old. Like, fam, you supposed to be out here in Asia fucking concubines and shit like that.
And that's how I know. Like we say, AJ has too many weird friends. Teofimo has no fucking partners that would fucking school him. Let's go get some pussy, yo. Some
Yeah,
wild
like
pussy.
see, you know what it was? He had too many yes motherfuckers. I ain't even gonna say nothing. You got too many motherfuckers that's agreeing with you, bro. Motherfuckers ain't gonna check you. You know what I'm saying? Be like, man, fuck that marriage shit, bro. You better go over there and get them blowjobs, bro. You know what you need to do? You need a continental blowjob shit. You go to UK, get a blowjob. Go to fucking Asia, get another blowjob. You go to
You go
fucking
to my health club and
Australia,
get a blowjob.
2 blowjobs.
You know
Then
what?
you
You
go to-
guys
Yeah.
you guys also don't know that a lot of people, or you may or may not know. I shouldn't say that, but one thing too is she's significantly older than him, and she's a flight attendant. She knows her way around the game, and it sounds like from like the article I read, that was like the first real girl he ever dated. So she was already miles ahead of him when it came to like actual like game and life too.
Bro,
So I
if
think he
only
probably got
Andrew,
played a little bit.
he should have watched more Andrew Tate videos, bro. Andrew would set him straight. No, but he would have though. Like, bro, I'm the top G, yo, all right? So I need you to trim my ball hairs and then suck my balls, all right? Go to the razor with my shit. You know what I'm saying? But real shit, yo, like you could tell that he got gamed because she is older than him. She knew exactly what she was doing. You know what I mean? Young, impressionable kid, athlete. So you know he may not be business minded. Average swindle in sports. Average swindle. It's like, fam, you an athlete, bro. What you look like getting married for? What are you doing? Chill out. Go to the club. Have fun. Spend some
By
money.
the way, Jules, Tom Brady 2-0 since divorcing Giselle Bundchen.
I'm saying,
Alright,
B, she
bro.
hit a wall. She hit a wall. Have you seen her? She hit a fucking wall, bro.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
she
thank you
didn't.
guys.
She didn't look like that supermodel that I remember, man. The one photo I saw of her,
No,
was so,
to
like,
be real with
cheap.
you, she's pretty though.
I ain't saying she not. I'm just saying that he Tom Brady.
She divorced his ass and cashed out. That's what she did. She got a retirement plan.
She already had a bunch of money, man. She's like
And she already
model.
listen. She's in
multi-millionaire.
Costa Rica. She's in Costa Rica with the karate instructor sucking his dick. B like
Someone Valiente or something like that.
yeah, like that. It's
Yeah,
big,
she get a Reno check, you know, rear naked choked.
It's crazy how fast they move on, ain't it?
She fucking listen before the ink dried on the contract. She moved on, bro. What you think? That shit just started. They been fucking.
Man, bitches
That's
ain't
what
shit.
dried
Certified
the ink
side
on
through
the
secret
That's
right
what
there.
dried the
Shit
ink
but
on
hoes
the
and shit.
contracts. She split so fast it dried the ink on the contract, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you think when you see a motherfucker pop up that fast, she been married to Tom Brady Bunch for years, right? It not but a month after they divorced, the karate instructor is with her in Costa Rica. What the fuck you think they doing? Tiger Crane style?
Hey, Jules, Liza 271 says, "What did I just come into?"
Just telling you, yo. Just telling you, like, what's some real shit. They've been divorced probably about what, couple of weeks, right, country? Couple of weeks.
Literally like a month. Literally, I think.
If that.
And after a couple of weeks, a marriage of it has to have been a few years, like close to a decade, I think. Or
No, it's like they've been together like 15 years.
You know what's sad? She has
Wasn't
more
it
money than
2009 or
Tom, but she's still taking his money.
But see, that's all the more reason. Stop marrying. Like, I don't understand. I don't know why. I don't understand. Like, you got a mother, right? Your mother ain't want you. What are you doing, bro? You ain't gotta marry her. Like you bugging. Like, if you want to shag her, shag her. That's why I love my mother for that. Like, she told me when I was young, don't trust these bitches, yo.
No, you cannot.
Gave you, man.
Dukes put me on game. Like, nah, son, you wait. And if they don't like it and they leave, oh well. Other fish in the sea. I ain't get married till I was in my early 30s. Shit. Fuck out of here. Fuck I look like. And you young, you got money, you impressionable. The first thing you do is go get me like, all right, well, you a sucker. It's a sucker born every day. His name's Teofimo Lopez.
Simping. At that age, you are straight simping, man.
It's real Brittany Renners out here, man. They try and get you, man, with the quota. And it's like, and you know what's? It's like it's so easy to come by. What are you doing, bro?
Like, what are they thinking? There's like enough pussy out there.
I don't know.
Because you're equating that these guys, just because they're world class athletes, don't mean they're also not world class simps.
That's true.
That's true. You're right.
True. Like even a joint like a Giselle Bundchen, for example. I look at that and I'm like, this is how deep it is. Mama, you got money. You always had money. You didn't come into his money. You had money before you came in, and you still want a piece of what he got. That's crazy to me. But that's
she
the
still got
game.
that Victoria's Secret money.
Word, she know all Victoria's Secrets. She know he got a dick.
Man,
She know about
look how
all the
spicy,
secrets.
man. We tell the truth. We're talking about women hater club, man.
Ain't nobody hating. I'm just saying that don't make, to me, it does not make sense that you have money. I don't understand. Why do you feel entitled to the money that he has when you have money? Now, if he scooped you up and then it changed the way that you lived over time and you was just a housewife, well, then I could understand because, well, yeah, like I could understand that a little better than this.
You
I'm
know
like,
what? I've been thinking, dude. Maybe you should, send her a link. Maybe we get Spicy, get the shot in the female perspective.
I'm gonna send Spicy a link so she could curse the misogyny team out.
I mean, to be fair, I think that's what they did say happened. Like, she kind of like put her model career on the back burner and became like a mom since they had kids and whatever.
She could still get naked and take pictures.
$60 million before that. When you put her model career, woman was worth $100 million before she put her modeling career.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and ain't nobody stopping her from modeling now. Like, go ahead, model, yo, show everybody your boobs and all that. Like, you know all the secrets. Like,
okay, low-key, I hate that shit when people say that. Like, I have to stay home taking care of. Those are your kids, right? Also?
Exactly.
Yep. Thank you.
This about to turn into the man hour. We about to trash.
Hey, I just like to say I'm not associated with it.
Nah, you in this shit. You started it, yo. Fuck it.
You're getting out of this shit.
Oh, man.
There ain't no lifeboat, baby. You ain't getting off.
Thank God I don't got Twitter.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, but look, the way the laws are set up, like not even to get on no Andrew Tate shit, but what he said is true. That's a westernized concept because that doesn't really happen in the East. It doesn't happen in the East. It doesn't happen in other parts of the world. It happens in the West primarily, and it doesn't make sense because of the point that Leo brought up. That yes, you stay home and you take care of the kids that came out of your vagina.
You guys better stop hating on women.
Nobody hating on women.
You know what?
Spicy. That I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm a lover.
Yeah,
I don't.
Good.
I'm not a feminist, though.
I already jotted down all of your names.
Listen,
hey, no. Stop it.
Can I say this?
I'm being fair.
I didn't say shit.
This is common sense. This is common sense.
Yep,
they just got divorced. Everybody know the game. They just got divorced a few weeks ago. A few weeks later, who you with? Costa Rica with the karate instructor. He teaching
men do it. Why can't women do it?
I'm not mad that she doing it. I'm just saying that, in other words, you was already doing that. You was already getting shagged.
And Tom Brady is un angelito.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
Tom Brady's more worried about being in the fucking locker room than getting a new joint.
Yo, let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade. Women cheat more than men do and better.
Yeah, they do. Straight up.
Maybe we do it better, but not more.
No.
Yes, y'all do. Yes, y'all do.
Spicy. You know what they call me in my You know what they call me in my neighborhood growing
up?
Sancho. And you know why that is?
Oh, yeah.
You know
why? Because you mess around with married women?
Those women they have an appetite that most times their husband can't fulfill.
If we gonna be real,
let's be real.
Let me tell you. Let me say something. Let me talk. One, women in relationships fuck better than single women.
Yep.
Because they're bored.
Because they're bored.
Exactly. They tired. You know what it is? Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real though.
Well, come
Here's
on,
what
guys.
it is.
They're more active. No. Of course they are, because they're more active.
And you know why though? Because if she has a new man pursuing her, he's gonna go after her with vigor, and her husband's gonna be like, whatever.
Bro, he gonna fuck her like a prisoner. You see what I mean? Because all the relationship shit, all the baggage that bogs down a relationship and kills the passion and kills the flame, the random dude don't have none of that. Whereas those are the relationship killers, which then kills the sex, which then really kills the relationship. Whereas if you fucking a married joint, man, she gonna fuck you like it's an asteroid headed for Earth. Like fuck it.
If you look at data, the data shows like it's a 5-6% difference that men cheat a little bit more. Women
It's actually
initiate. Here's the thing:
4%, 54%.
women, about over 80% of women initiate the divorce, and I guarantee you, a lot of those women already have who they want next lined up. They've already been in communication with them.
Okay, not all women. There's a lot of women that stay by themselves, and there's a lot of faithful, beautiful women that don't cheat.
That just goes to my point that monogamy is a fairly new concept. It's only 1,000 years old, and we're not wired for monogamy.
This is all Virtuoso's fault.
What? What did I do?
You started this conversation.
I didn't start this conversation.
All I'm trying to say is that it's a little bit ridiculous. That's all I'm saying. It's the way that things are set up in the West. It is a little bit ridiculous because being financially liable for someone that you're no longer with, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And that's not a worldwide concept. That's actually really only a Western concept. And elsewhere in the world, that doesn't exist because it is kind of ridiculous. Like, okay, so the relationship is over, but I'm still liable? How? For what reason? It doesn't make sense.
You know what happens too, though? A lot of times, some now this is some women. I'm not saying all. Before I get accused of making a blanket statement, some women get married to a dude because of the stability, but they can't get the stability from the guy that they want. So they get married to a dude that's stable, and then end up cheating on them with the guy who they want.
They call it alpha fucks, beta bucks.
Yeah, alpha fuck.
I'm gonna let you in on a secret, country. The majority of women take stability into consideration when marrying.
Yeah,
they do, but the guy.
The majority.
It's always the guy they want. Is my point.
Let me read the super
guy who's stable, who can provide for them, but then they want some other dude, so they're out there chasing Chad and Tyrone and whoever else,
Don't get married, bro. Let me read the super chat. Matchroom building Dalton Smith up at 142. If they get in the Stevie business, they got 3 long-term. That is true. That Dalton Smith kid is pretty good. He's pretty good, and he could be a draw. French Poodle Cruz and Sean the Gimp Gibbons talking smoke, but reaching for the vape pen. Yo, that's true. Look, they turned down what was it? I think 2-3 fights. We know they turned down Stevenson. They don't want Stevenson.
Turned down Michelle Rivera, apparently.
Michelle Rivera, that's the other one. And who's another one? I think they turned down one more guy. Who was it? Who did they turn down? That I was like, oh, Ryan. They turned down Ryan. I have Sean Gibbons' tweet where he's like, oh, it has to be on Showtime. We'll make you an offer. Never made an offer. It has to be on Showtime. We not fighting on fam. How do you if fighting on an app is so bad, then why is Ryan more famous than you? You sound stupid, bro. You lost a fight to Javante Davis, and you really think you the A-side to somebody. Turned down Ryan, turned down Rivera, turned down Stevenson.
Next year is gonna be it gotta be on Paramount Plus.
And then Cruz's daddy saying Shakur's gonna run the whole fight when he was in the pocket the whole fight for Oscar, with the exception of maybe round 9 and 10 that he took off.
Bro, that's loser talk. That's all I hear. That's all you scared you gonna lose the decision.
Yeah, that's Chilango talk for you.
That's loser talk. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Spicy, why you boycotting Canelo, man? What's going on?
Man,
I don't want to have to drive to Arizona, man.
You're like the biggest Canelo fan in the world.
Well, come on. I'm such a big fan that I pay for his events. I pay more than $4,000 to go see Canelo every time Canelo fights. Been doing this for a couple years. And last year was, really bad performance. It was just a really bad year for Canelo. Bivol, his fight with Bivol, if you were in the arena, it was just terrible. It wasn't terrible as, he did good, right? But he didn't do enough. He did as good as he could, and it wasn't enough.
But why are you boycotting him? But why are you boycotting him though?
Because I think it's too soon for him to fight Bivol again.
Yeah, I don't want him to fight Bivol. Being
He
real,
shouldn't fight at all.
Exactly.
He
So
shouldn't fight
that's why I'm
Bivol.
boycotting him, because he's letting his ego get the best of him. He only wants to fight Bivol because he thinks he. Not only that, he thought he beat him the first time.
Yeah, he's crazy for that shit because he lost that.
I know. On Spicy, I totally agree with you, but that's also the competitor in him.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
like, what do you want? Do you want to be competitive and feed your ego, or do you want legacy and be
That
be
is
known as
him
the
beating
Para
dude
mí,
right now.
Para mí, he should fight Benavides. Because that guy's
I-
no good. That shit is all smoke and mirrors,
No, I know,
bro.
but say he does beat Bivol, that does more for his legacy than beating them bums at 68.
You know, we're talking about what if. Maybe.
Yeah, but you're talking about a guy.
You know,
who's got-
like, what are the chances?
You're talking about a dude.
No,
who's
but
got
I
a
said,
massive-
do you
what's the more-
honestly expect?
what's the more
do you
realistic
expect the
victory?
Benavides fight to be competitive? I don't.
I don't. No, not at all.
Mira, si soy yo peleo con todos esos pendejos y todos esos palomos en el 178. ¿Por qué? You could sell Benavides y Canelo. You could sell that. Y ese tipo no sirve.
Exactamente.
Ese tipo no sirve, man. Pero the same thing that makes Canelo great is the same thing that might get him beat again. Que él no es pendejo. Like, bro, ustedes no son nadie. I want to fight him because he beat me. I want to run it back. I'm a competitor. Tú no eres nadie, manín. Tú tienes años en el 168 y ¿qué tú hiciste? Nada. You didn't do nothing. You were here before me. You didn't unify nothing. After me, you still not doing nothing. All that there, like, who's high on you, bro? Except a couple of people in Arizona and your dad.
Not even Arizona. Stop that.
And
Nobody's
here's the
high on
thing,
him in
though.
Arizona.
Here's the thing, that we could get.
Oscar Valdez.
We could get what we want,
Yeah,
Jules.
yeah.
Let's say we could get what we want. Say Canelo loses the Bivol again. Okay, let him come back in September and get a tuna fight against Charlo.
Why not?
I'm okay with that.
Mira, yo no quiero que él pelee con Bivol porque he probably lose again, right? Probably will. That's just reality. Y para eso, bro, you can beat Charlo. You can beat Benavides. These guys is like, they ain't nothing. Like, they ain't nobody. Fight them bums. Fight the winner of Parker.
Exactamente. Y no más eso. He hasn't gave us a show. Dude, we've been waiting for a Canelo show.
No diga eso. No diga eso. El año
It doesn't
pasado.
look good.
No diga eso. That's too short-sighted. That's too short-sighted. I'm going to say why. El año pasado, he unified a whole division in 11 months. He stopped Billy Joe Saunders, that never been stopped. He stopped Caleb Plant, that never been stopped. Eso fueron show. El año pasado.
Exactamente. El año pasado. Pasó un año entero ese año y no hizo nada.
Pero he's human. Dale un chance. Like, that's...
Of course. But I'm saying, okay, vamos a darle un chance, right? Let's give him a chance. But he's gonna clown and fight Bivol in May. Like, he's not taking it serious.
Bueno, la otra cosa, mira, esta otra cosa. He might want Bivol in May. Does Bivol want him?
For the money, yes. And
Maybe.
you know, with the whole WBC and the whole him not being able to be ranked and fight
Better be Vineyard, ¿verdad? Better be Vineyard. Ellos van a pelear, what is it? In the first quarter, January or February. Con eso, if that goes down in January, yeah, you can move into that if you're Bivol and you're Vadim Kornilov. That okay, y'all had y'all fight. Remember, Canelo's talking about a fight in May. That's 5 months into next year. Before that happens, who knows if we don't get Bivol versus Better Be negotiations? ¿Me entiende? That if you beat the dude, if you beat Yard in January, you can go, or February, you can go into negotiations for this guy, for Bivol, in March and April, before May even gets here. So that's how I get it.
Well, un momento, espérate.
Kramer has it. Go ahead.
Pregunta. Didn't he just have surgery not that long ago?
Yeah, but he said he's good. He said he's good.
I mean, seriously. I mean, can he come off a surgery that quick and have a fight and he's okay?
Well, remember,
it depends what kind. I'm thinking it's a scope surgery. It wasn't no heavy fucking.
Also,
surgery.
we're not talking about a fight. We're not talking about a fight 2 months from now. We're literally talking about a fight December, January, February, March, April, May. 6 months. So we're
Yo,
not.
but wasn't this the excuse that everybody is saying? Oh, Canelo fought Bivol the way he did and Triple G because of his hand. So if the
Oh,
injury was
God.
that bad, doesn't he need time to heal?
Well, I mean, I think remember, when was the Golovkin fight?
It was in September, wasn't it?
September.
All right, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. It's 9 months. That's time.
That's enough time to get a surgery and get a cycle in and cycle
Yeah.
off.
Yo, I want him on pads. I don't give a
You know,
fuck.
I do too, Jules. I don't give a fuck.
I love it. I don't give a fuck. Use them
I don't either.
steroids.
If
Use that
it's
Kenbo.
Canelo and Peds fighting Bivol, then maybe I have.
I
You know,
want him
maybe I have
on
faith in it.
every pad you can think of in that fight. Like, fuck it. Get juiced up. Get your bane on, yo. And win that shit, because I'm going to talk so much shit. Like, motherfuckers going to hate me.
And I know he's talking about Isan.
I'm not going to talk shit.
To
Nah, remember, I won my money back. Remember, Esau, remember, we had a friendly bet, $25. I had to send him 25 for Bivol versus Canelo, but I got him. I tricked him to bet 50 on Golovkin and Canelo, and I won. So we good. Me and Eson is good because I won my money back and I took yours. So we good. Like, me and Eson is good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Trouble T Roy says going 12 with Tank makes you the A side. Facts, my guy. Like, that's what Cruz think. Like, fam, you lost the Tank. How could you be the A side to Ryan? How could you be the A side to Shakur? Your fight with Tank, you got 300,000. Motherfucking Shakur got 3 million for Robson Conceição. Y'all ain't even in the same tax bracket. What are you talking about? But that's Cruz, bro. Joe Frazier should have never had rematches with George Foreman, but you know how champions and Capricorns are. Just show, yeah, you right. Canelo not a Capricorn, though. He need to chill.
But he got an ego of one.
Yeah, he do.
But to your point, Julius, I think we have to start believing Bivol when he says something, because he has shown he is a man of his word. One thing that make me believe Bivol more than everyone else is how the Canelo versus Bivol fight with what made. Because remember the Caleb Plant fight? He almost fell off because of the negotiation, because Caleb Plant he was asking for more and more things. The Caleb Plant side.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bivol fight, how much time?
Like
Doesn't
that.
know. So if Bivol says, fuck Canelo, I want better VIP.
Y eso fue lo que él dijo.
They're making it though. They're making it so Bivol cannot say that. So WBC mandated this fight con Better Beef. So if Bivol,
No, WBO didn't mandate that. The WBO,
WBC.
No, WBO mandated Better Beef Yard. WBC mandated Better Beef Smith afterwards. But let's not pretend that the WBC are sticklers for the rules. They're not. If they can get Smith to step aside. They can.
Yes, but they're looking at, I'm thinking Matchroom is looking at that fight later on in the year. So they're like, yeah, you know what? Have Bivol fight Canelo for the money because, he got paid very little the first fight, which is, I think, 1 million or up to 4 million.
No, it was more.
No, it was more than that.
So I think it was 4 million plus the pay-per-views.
Pero vamos a decir esto también. Esto es la otra cosa. Okay. If you're Eddie, you probably don't want Canelo to fight this guy. Also, if you're Smith, the Smith situation is bad for Better Beef. Porque ahí Eddie Hearn se va a poner a joder like, nah, we want it we want it to go to a purse bid. We want to do the fight. Mucha jodienda that Bob Arum may not like. You know what I mean? Because if Smith is the mandatory challenger by way of the WBC, they don't have to accept whatever deal you offer them. That creates a situation where posiblemente we don't get undisputed at all, ever, at light
That
heavy.
would suck.
Because Artur might drop the BC. If you keep, Bob might get him to drop the BC because Eddie keep fucking around. So what I think is the best scenario, to be completely honest with you, is, okay, you want to rematch Bivol, awesome. Let Dimitri settle up with Artur. So when you fight him, it's for all the marbles. Chill, bro. Just chill. Go beat the shit out of Chris Eubank or somebody, right? Fuck all that. Go beat the shit out of one of them. Let them fight. Let them kill each other. Then you go after him. All right? That's, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm boycotting it.
No, I'll drive to Arizona with the hammer. Like, we're gonna buy this fight.
Spicy, didn't you make a post saying you're boycotting boxing? Period. I mean, you came back
No.
quick. Like, no. What was the post?
Boycotting Canelo.
No, before that you said something about you were done with boxing because of some cards or something. It was like a week ago.
Oh, I think I was really playing. Oh, I said until a Mexican beats Bivol, then I'm boycotting
It's not
boxing.
gonna happen. Mira, te lo voy a decir, Spicy. Eso no va a pasar.
No, I was totally kidding 100% on that post.
I know, but it's
Spicy's going to be ringside at the next.
Man.
She's going to be ringside at the next Benavides fight in Arizona.
Él es de Hermosillo, like Zulem. He's from Hermosillo. Y Sonora.
Right? Exactly. Ya es parte de México, ya lo adoptamos.
Yeah, he's
honestly, a lot of Mexicans love Bivol. We really do, and I really like him.
Mexicans like good fighters. Period.
Yeah,
just good fighters. The period. You know what I mean? Like shit. Will says, is it just me or does it seem like the powers that be don't want it? You're absolutely right. They don't. There's no money in it. That's why. The alphabet organizations, all of them, all four, are based out of the West. And an Eastern European fighter means no money for them. They want an American or un Latino, somebody that will actually generate money. So when you see that it kind of feels like they keep getting in the way of a lot of things, that's kind of why. All four of them. WBO is based out of Puerto Rico. The IBF is based out of New Jersey. The WBC is based out of Mexico. And the BA is based out of, I think, Venezuela. Somewhere down there. They're all on the Western Hemisphere. They don't want some guy with a bunch of K's and X's in his name being undisputed because they can't make as much money if that's the situation. Look at Usyk. Why is the IBF bothering him? Why? You don't bother Spence. You don't bother fucking Jermel. Pero aquí de repente, no, you got to fight Hrgovic, bro. Sorry. You got to fight him. Yeah, they trying to fuck that up, bro. Sucks, man. I don't even know what's going to happen with that, by the way.
And I know, Eddie, that's just brown paper bag money right there.
Could be. But then again, if Eddie had that kind of relationship with them, why is Joe Cordina stripped? Now, they fucked him. He just won that belt. He literally hurt his hand, had surgery, couldn't fight, and they stripped him.
Ain't that some shit?
That's what I'm saying. That I would go with Drew's theory if not for Joe Cordina and how they did, because he's a matchroom fighter. And they fucked him, bro. They did him dirty. Like, fam, I just won this belt. Yeah. I just won this belt. How y'all gonna take it from me?
And but then I also the sanctioning bodies pick and choose when they want to take money.
I don't know, bro. Like, I don't think Eddie has those relationships, which is why sometimes his fighters get fucked. I don't really think he has those relationships. You can see who, like, PBC got something with the BA and the BC. They got something going on. And the IBF, because none of them bother their fighters, bro. Charlo has not fought this year at all, right? You have a WBC interim champion. If he's so fucking injured, why don't you just label him a champion in recess? You're giving him time.
Hey, Drew, are you really sure they pick and choose? Because, I can't see them turning down any money, really.
It depends if it's a conflict to someone else that's giving them money.
Okay.
Nobody thinks Yard is going to make it.
He's not going to make it, man.
Not going to make it.
He's going to die,
better be he's going to knock him out, man.
Knock him out, bro. Like,
I feel bad for him, bro. Frank is
it's over for heavy arms. It ain't
Frank
happening.
is setting him up just so he can get paid, man. That's fucked up. What a world we live in.
It's real shit, yo.
Man's about to murder. He's about to
He
murder
might, hey,
this
he
guy.
might get knocked out off of just a it just grazes him off a graze. He might get knocked out.
Off the wind of a punch, he might get knocked out, bro.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is 175 doing the Philly shell. Like, I just don't get it.
Bro, everybody.
This guy had Professor Lace doing the shoulder roll. Like,
bro, you could tell anybody that used the Philly shell is suspect automatically to me. Like off top, like bro,
it's so stupid, bro.
Because you trying to be like Floyd, I already know. Like, oh, here comes another Aldi Mayweather.
James Tony did that pretty well.
But that's James Tony, bro.
Right.
I know.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I mean, like when I say, and I used to say this about Lopez. I'm like, I don't know why he uses that fucking guard, bro. You still getting hit on the top of your head, you know. You still getting hit, but still uses that fucking guard. And I think this guy he gonna get smoked. He is gonna get smoked.
He's gonna get smoked. What round?
I mean, he's basically British Berlanga, you know.
No, he's better than Berlanga. Like he is better than that because he was giving Sergey that work for a little while before he got knocked out.
This guy doesn't do any sparring. Like that shit pisses me off.
Bro, he's like an underwear model or some shit like that.
He refuses to do sparring. Like, how are you gonna get better?
El un modelo, ese tipo modelo como.
Es otro Anthony Joshua.
Él se pone pantaloncillo con colores and shit like that.
One of the guys in the comments says that Better Be looks like Marco Antonio Solis from Los Bukis, I think.
Hey, Joe, so do you think we're going to get Wilder Ruiz?
Yeah, I do.
Not in May, though.
I don't know about May, but we are gonna get it, bro. Like that's their only play, bro. Because you don't have you can't do anything else. What are you gonna do? You're gonna send Wilder to DAZN? No, you have to if you want to fight Anthony Joshua.
January 2024.
No, and then they've been hyping it up by like making Wilder go to Reese's ¿cómo se dice? Fight and be there.
He was there.
Yep.
Ya se sabe que ellos lo van a hacer. Se sabe. It's just a question of when, but they're going to do it. I think they're going to do it.
So we're all in agreement. Top Boy gets knocked out.
She said Top Boy. No, but really, he's going to get knocked out, though. Like, he'll probably last a little, and I do think he'll last a little longer than Joe Smith did because Joe only lasted 2 rounds, but he's going to get knocked out, I think.
I'd say around 4 or 5.
Yeah, around there, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I think he gets knocked out quicker.
What, than Joe? Nah, I don't.
He's not very good, bro. He's not very good at all.
He is very bad. I'm not gonna lie.
He's shit. He is shit, but he's not. But Berlanga's worse, bro. Berlanga is worse.
I don't even know if Berlanga's worse, to be honest with you.
No, he is.
Nah, he is. At least Anthony Yard sort of knows what he is to a degree, kind of.
He's worse.
I don't really know what I'm going
worse,
with that.
bro. They should kick that. They should kick him out of. He shouldn't be Puerto Rican. He should be like from Uruguay or some shit. Like
his dad went to Iron Heights.
Cause he bring the whole island down, bro. Like, nah, he not one of ours, bro. Ese tipo de paraguayos. Like, he's not from over here, bro.
I just love the show. I just love the shows there. His dad went to Iron Heights and shit. It's just so funny.
Bro, that dude sucks, bro. Like, it sucks, man.
Oh yeah, what's his comeback fight? When does he come back again?
He's supposed to become. Well, the last I heard, he was supposed to be coming back before the end of the year in a show in Puerto Rico. But I heard that weeks ago, bro. I haven't heard nothing new about it. Who really wants him to come back, though?
It's been 6 months, hasn't it?
Spicy, you want him to come back?
No, I don't
Yo,
care.
they should give him to Janibek. They should give him to Janibek.
They should. Yeah, they should. No, they should give him to Munguia, bro. That would be so fucking awesome.
Man, Munguia's not doing shit, man. Fuck
bro,
Munguia.
él acaba con ese tipo, though. He'll beat the shit out of Berlanga, though. He would.
You want to see a resume? Look at Munguia's resume. Holy fuck.
Bro, that dude.
Holy fuck.
That dude resume is so fucking.
That shit is crazy.
Pero...
He's going to go 50-0.
Hey, what do you guys think about people comparing Zurdo to Canelo and saying, Canelo did better than Zurdo, and so Canelo has a chance to beat Bivol?
No, you lost.
Did he do better than Zurdo? Absolutely. Watch the fight. Just watch it.
I agree. I agree.
Zurdo got 1
Pero
round.
para ganar, yo no veo la manera que él puede ganar, de verdad. I don't see what the only way for you to win, honestly, is to fool the judges by throwing more, not necessarily landing more, but throwing more and forcing him to give up ground and putting him on his back foot. I really don't think you can do that. And if you try to, you might gas out and get knocked out. You might.
Right.
Yeah, but what if Canelo tries to starve Bivol?
How?
By bringing him to
what,
68.
Bivol?
By
bringing him to 68.
Yeah.
You know what?
I don't think it'll work. I think Bivol is not gonna lose. He's he's fast with the jab.
You know, I think the only way Canelo's going to beat Bivol is if he tries to channel the powers of Malverde or something, man. Because he ain't
Bro,
beating Bivol.
Gotta channel fucking Quetzalcoatl or somebody to hit him with a fucking lightning bolt, because I just don't see the victory. I thought that's what he was gonna do in the first fight, and he got tired, yo, and he wasn't even throwing that much, and he got tired. And I'm like, man, if he ups the tempo, he'll be really tired, and then he might get taken out. He didn't do as bad as people make it out to be. That's what I don't like. That no, he still looked all right, but he did get outworked. That's the main thing. That offensively, you just didn't do shit. Defensively, he has some good highlights, some good head movement, some good upper body movement. He didn't get hit with everything, but you could see that, like, yo, you don't have it for this guy, bro. You just don't have it. So,
hey, I mean, I ain't mad at him for, like, trying to be great. I mean, you got to challenge yourself. That was a cool thing, but he just, I think he bit off more than he could chew.
Yeah, I don't think he has it for this guy, to be honest. If he gets knocked out, bro, I'm gonna be sad.
Well, I don't think Bivol will ever knock him out. That's for sure.
I don't know about that. I feel like if Canelo tried to up the tempo, Bivol would kind of do what he did to Joe Smith Jr. in the 12th round. Except, well, Canelo doesn't have that chin.
Well, I don't think Bivol has the punching power.
Well, I'll say this: for me, it's not his power; it's Canelo's gas tank. When you're tired, your defenses suffer for it. Once you get tired, if you blow your load, you start getting hit with punches that you weren't getting hit with in the first round. And if he tries to just do too much, he's small, man. Like, the dude's 5'7", bro. He's small. Like,
yeah, he's tiny.
He's small. Like, not
Did you
like
saw how that fight started? How Canelo just stood in the corner for like a second, like just trying to size him up from a distance.
And he was trying to bait him to come in so he could counter him, and Bivol didn't take the bait.
Yeah.
He just watched. He's like, nah, I'm not going over there, bro. I'm taller than you. I don't gotta do that. I'm taller than you, bro. I don't gotta do that. And he just left Canelo hanging when he tried to set up the trap. He didn't go for the trap. I'm like, nah, son. He don't have it for that fight, man.
I mean, come on. Did you guys see Canelo pick him up like a
because he was frustrated. He was
so not a good look.
It's not a good
look. Yeah, he did a Montana Love.
Exactly.
Except he didn't throw him over the ropes. He should have threw him over the ropes. He should have threw him over the ropes, man.
I still can't believe that dude Love did that to Spark, though. That was crazy, man.
Shit. But he sucks, man. Montana
Hey,
Love
who's
sucks.
snoring, man? Somebody's snoring.
I think that's Michael.
He was looking for a way out, country. He just didn't want to fight anymore. He thought he was just behind on the top.
Jesus.
Hey,
Michael, wake up!
I muted his mic, man.
Yeah.
I muted his mic, man.
No, you need to amplify his mic. We need to hear the even louder,
bro.
Hey, Mike, wait. What do you feel? How do you feel about Bivol versus Canelo?
Let me turn his mic on.
No, because I want to hear him snore.
Well, that's what I'm waiting for.
There you go.
There you go.
Nobody say nothing.
Who is chopping wood with a chainsaw?
Roll him over to his side, yo. Yeah, he be tired, man. Like, Mike stay falling asleep on the live. He be tired,
Yeah,
yo.
he be watching the Haney fights.
No, he for real sleep, bro.
Nah, yo, it's 9.
Yo, I don't know what time zone he in. Maybe it's later where he at.
Hey, Jules, that happened to me one time. I was on one of your lives, dude, and I nodded out.
Oh.
When I woke up, the screen was blank. Everybody was gone.
Yo,
and it
read the
was
super
blank.
chat. Read the super chat. Read the super
Exactly.
chat.
Well,
Oh!
that's reference to you, Jules.
Oh, that's fucked up, yo.
Bro,
Why
you
y'all gotta
wrong,
do
man.
Haney like that? Yo, listen, man. Haney about to have an exciting fight with Lomachenko. They already started negotiating that. That ain't gonna be boring. I'll tell y'all that.
I'm
No,
wait,
it's
hold
not.
on.
I think it's going to be a good fight, man. I really
Does anyone here think Haney's getting knocked out?
Possibly.
Yeah,
No. I think it'll be split decision. It'll be a close fight.
I think Loma can still pull it off via a points decision. I don't know. I'm not going to say that he can knock him out, but I will say I think that he can still pull it off.
Look, I said it before. I think that people are misreading the Jermaine Ortiz fight, and that's not me being nice. I'm dead ass. That kid has inside game. Devin doesn't. When you get inside on Devin, all he gonna do is clinch. That's it. He don't have no inside game. So if you get inside on him, in other words, if Linares could touch him with the right hand, and he did, we all know it.
Yeah,
he could touch him. Exactly. If he could touch him like that, you think Loma can't touch him? I'm telling you. The other thing
Which
is
is
that
why
Ortiz,
I'm going to be looking forward for him, like just to establish, shape and distance. That's what I'm going to be looking for from Devin. If we can do that.
I don't think you. Devin's money punches the jab, and against a guy with feet like this, it's like you gonna pump out that jab more than you usually do. And if you start to fade, that's what's really working against Devin is the pace of the fight. If you start to fade and you end up working harder than you usually do, and you start to get tired, and you might because you're outgrowing this division, you might end up like Jermaine.
Okay,
The
this
worst.
is the problem with Devin Haney, and we have solved this problem with Jojo Diaz and even Cambosos. You have a great jab, you have fancy feet, but even with those attributes, you get cornered, and then you clinch. Even when you are winning the fight, you get in the corner, you get in the ropes, and it goes for a clinch. I'm talking about Devin.
Mm-hmm.
So a guy like George Camboso can corner you to try to clinch and reset the fight via the referee. Lomachenko is gonna be cornering you every 30 seconds of the fight.
That's how I see it.
Yo, if I'm Rust Amber, what I should be doing, and if you're listening, listen, you saw Johnson and Johnson's baby oil on Loma, so you can slip them pigeons.
Yeah, just bathe him in that shit, bro, so he can slide around everything.
Yeah, and for me, the thing that is gonna mark the fight, where is gonna go the fight, Devin Haney versus Lomachenko, is gonna be the ref.
Yeah.
If the referee lets Lomachenko and Devin work in the clinch, Devin Haney is gonna have a long line. But if the referee goes immediately to separate the guys after the clinch, Devin Haney might win that fight.
Bueno, la otra cosa es que if you're Bob Arum, ¿verdad? La pelea que te hace más dinero. I don't know how invested Bob está en Devin Haney, ¿verdad? But I do know he's invested in Shakur. Y si Lomachenko le gana a Devin, pues tú tienes otro pay-per-view ahí con el Shakur Stevenson. You have another one. And legitimately, I believe Shakur beats Loma. Yeah. I believe like I say it all the time, there's little things Shakur does in the pocket that Devin doesn't do. Shakur is not a deer in the headlights in the pocket. He's not. Like, he's good. He's okay in the pocket. He feels fine. Devin, tie up, wrestle with you. Like, nah.
Pero mejor que Lomachenko.
La cosa es que, ok, los dos son zurdos. So, es una ventaja que Lomachenko no va a tener con Shakur. Él tiene esa ventaja con Devin because Devin's an orthodox fighter. So when Devin jabs, which is his money punch, Lomachenko's going to be going this way because he moves to his right. He jabs with his right, moves to his right. He can disrupt Devin in a way that it's going to be harder for that to work against Shakur because Shakur, you're going to mirror each other. You're both southpaws. I actually think Shakur is quicker and stronger than Devin, yeah. And he has inside game that if you guys are hooking and trading punches on the inside, I think Shakur can piece him up. I do.
Eso sí, Shakur contra Devin sí veo eso, pero contra Loma no creo.
Posiblemente sí. Loma está viejecito también. Te la pierda. Está viejecito.
For me, the crucial difference between Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson actually see the punches.
Yes.
At the range. Devin Haney, I think, is not confident enough to make a mistake.
That's why he fights the way he does, to keep the guy at arms. He wants to spend the whole fight keeping the guy out there, whereas Shakur's confident enough that he'll step around that jab, get next to you, and hit you with some shit. Devin, the whole fight, he want to spend it on the outside, the whole fight. Like, bro, por eso es que la pelea son media aburrida, because he wants to stay behind the jab. He no quiere hacer nada. There's not a lot on the right hand. Ya se sabe, bro. Two guys que no aguanta puño. With you, they went the distance. Gamboa y Linares. They both went to. Anybody else knocks those two guys out. You, they went the distance. No tiene pegada el muchacho. And I don't think he has. See, early on he'll be sharp. Early on he'll be able to turn with Loma when he does the pivot. He'll turn with him early. But as he does that, if you watch the Jermaine Ortiz fight, Loma hit like God mode or some shit. He started doing like 2-3 pivots, just boop, 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 making them work. Y poco a poco se cansó Ortiz. Little by little, he started getting tired. And I'm like, look, Devin hasn't had to work at that rate. Show me the fight where he had to work at that rate.
Probably Diaz, closest.
Bro. This dude
Diaz doesn't have the footwork to really never had the footwork to really pressure Devin Haney in that fight.
Yeah.
He could go in a straight line, but taking angles, that was way. No estaba dentro de sus posibilidades, digamos.
Eso es lo que es. Y también no te la pierdes que Lomachenko, él te da con puño que you don't see them. You know, he'll touch you to the body. He'll touch you to the sternum. He'll touch you to the body. He'll get on the side of the jab and come over the top with a straight left hand. The dude hits you with shit from weird angles. So it's like, if your motive is to try to keep him on the outside with the jab, well, he's a southpaw. He's going to be moving to the outside of your jab. So in that situation, the most you can do to protect yourself is turn with him. But he's going to keep you doing that all night.
Hey, Jules, Lance Meyer says he ain't fight Cambosa rematch like that, Julius. He looked a hell of a lot better.
He looked better, but but why though? What did I say was going to happen in the rematch? Kambosos is going to take more chances and try to throw more, and he'll get hit more. That's all. Does Kambosos have the pivots of Lomachenko?
No.
He just took more chances. That's all. In the first fight,
Kambosos was mostly hesitant in front of him from mid-range, and he couldn't get inside.
Because whenever they did, they would tie up.
Exactly, and I don't think Kambosos is at the level of Lomachenko.
No,
so I don't.
Man.
Oh God, no! He ain't nowhere near Lomachenko.
Of course, like the main thing I see, what's working against Loma is length and speed. Devin is taller. Devin is longer. Devin has speed. What's working against Devin, the pace of the fight, you don't normally work at that rate, and your weight. You know, you may have outgrown this division, and between those two things and the fact that I don't really like how he looks when he gets hit, he still don't be looking right. Like he get woozy and shit when he do get touched. It's a really good fight, man.
Hey, Jules, Edward Cruz has a question. He says, is Jermaine Ortiz a tougher opponent than anyone Haney has fought?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and guys, I swear to God, if you go to watch the replay of the Devin Haney versus George Kambosos 2, the second fight, after the 11th round, when Devin Haney got caught with the overhand right, and Devin Haney didn't look hurt, but in the corner, Devin Haney was shaking.
Yeah, I saw that. I remember that. Yeah,
it was shaking like he was scared of. Oh, fuck, this is going to happen to me again?
Mira, te lo voy a decir. This is anecdotal and annotation. These are annotations, so nobody has to agree. But, like, being real, would I pick Jermaine Ortiz to beat George? Yes. Would I pick him to beat JoJo? Yes. Would I pick him to knock out Linares? Yes. Knock out Gamboa? Yes. The best of the best guys you fought, Would I pick Jermaine Ortiz to beat those guys? Yes. And he probably would beat them better than you. Not necessarily because he's better than you, but he does things you don't do. You don't have no inside game. That's one. You're not a switch hitter. That's two. That kid switch hits. He can fight southpaw and orthodox. He did that in most of the Jamel Herring fight. He fought southpaw. With Loma, he was orthodox more. But in that fight, he was southpaw. That kid's a really good fighter for what it's worth. So I'm like, I feel personally the reason they fought this guy is because he's good preparation for Devin. He's taller, he's longer, he's fast, he's got good feet, he turns with Loma. These are all the things you're going to have to deal with Devin. With the difference being, Devin not going to knock you out, bro. He don't be knocking people out. I think a lot of people are overlooking Kambosos. He only lost to a champion. He might not be Shakur or Loma, but he's not even close to being bad. Well, I don't think he's bad, but I'd still pick Ortiz to beat him.
He's not bad, but he's not at that level, though.
I would pick, honestly, like, I don't think he's bad, no, but I would pick Ortiz to beat him. I'm firm on that. Like, yeah, that Jermaine Ortiz kid would beat him. I think he would. He's got great feet.
Yeah, and the guy stays sharp. He stays active.
I think
he fought like fucking 2 times before he even fought Loma this year.
You give Ortiz some more time to develop, and he's going to be a problem for a lot of people in that division.
I agree with that. Like he's a good fighter. So on that note, ladies and germs, I'm going to close it out. The next episode of the relay, next episode. That's why I wanted to do it early. The next episode of the relay is already done, and I will upload it after this live goes off. What fight is this weekend? Besides Munguia.
So there's not a fight. Okay, gotcha.
Oh shit! All right, well, I might go live for that. I might not though. I might not. I might take the weekend. But yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'll probably do another live before the weekend gets here. Everybody, thanks for showing up.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Nice, spicy.
Good night, guys.